Hey, good evening. We're back. Shut My Mouth Wide Open podcast. It's Sunday, November 6th. The days just got as short as they can get. Not quite as short as they can get, but they're damn getting shorter. 4:30 sunset.
Short, yo.
Kevin Palmer, Michael Tall, Jack Armstrong here for another dandy handy episode. Period up, period at. That's what I gotta say.
It's Daddy's baby show. It's Daddy's baby show.
Fuck, I had something about
The period at girl?
it was a daylight saving, something that had to do with daylight savings.
Oh, he had a good bit about daylight savings time, which I love. You know, it's a little brighter in the morning, huh?
Thank
That's
goodness.
fine. Earlier mornings, fine. Earlier evenings, not so fine.
You know what? There is that.
We fell back though, right?
We gained an hour of sleep, but the days get shorter, quicker, and
Really?
darker, quicker. Sorry, not shorter, quicker.
I got to see how this plays
That's not
out
true.
before I start making any
is.
judgments. You know what I
Because
mean?
the time fell back an hour.
Yeah, because it turned 2 and then it turned 2 again.
So
Or
as
no,
oppo-
midnight and then it turned
so as
midnight
opposed
again.
to so when it was 5, now it's 4. So the days that extra hour.
Somehow we have an extra hour, but wouldn't you say
Of
that
daytime.
yesterday, 4 o'clock, there was more sunlight. Today at 4 o'clock, it was like damn near sunset. That's what happens this time of year.
I don't know anything about the time.
Hey,
I don't know either. I just know it was darker today at an earlier time.
it's definitely that crazy time of year where the gig is 1 hour longer. You know what I mean? Last night had to play
That's the worst.
had to play Warehouse, which is the nice college bar in town. Has a nice good Saturday night tradition, but you know, last night had to play basically 5 hours, 1 hour for free.
Yeah, that's that's like the club that one night of the year gets an extra hour of the DJs.
Yeah.
All the party goers get an extra hour of their night. They're like, it's 1 o'clock, right? 1 a.m. hits, but it's midnight.
Yeah, that's what
Right?
it does. Yeah.
12:59 becomes 12.
Happens at 2.
It happens at 2.
Is that too? Yeah, I already forgot.
Yeah,
I was looking at my phone as it happened, and it just happened right before my eyes. Like
You were
magic.
about to get off work, and you're like, it's 1 again.
Yeah, that happened when I worked at Secrets. But the best is when the other thing, when they fall forward or spring forward, and you're like, yay, it's 1 o'clock or whatever.
It's about to be 11 and it's 1. Or it's about to be 12 and it's 1.
Never mind. Let's talk about something else.
Come on. No, come on. Let me get my head
It
wrapped
actually
around.
turned to 2, and then it was 3, and you're like, fuck. Because you had to work till 2, and then you were like, I'm off at 3 now. But you only work till 2.
Then you
Yeah,
go home
That was the worst.
to your grandma's trailer. And
It's
you
so bittersweet. Yeah.
Masturbate. Right?
You know, daylight savings time.
No, I would go home after I worked at Secrets, and I would come home, fire up my laptop, you know, really light a candle, get the lotion out, and play Minecraft for hours until the sun came up.
I remember those days. I would be on until the sun would peek through the trees.
Minecraft. I was obsessed.
There's something to that game. That game makes millions of dollars.
That's the game that really switched me back into being a PC gamer back in the day, because I played a lot of PC games in like middle school, early high school.
That roller coaster tycoon, you know?
Yep, like
Oh,
all
yeah,
that.
that skate park tycoon. I was such a tycoon back in the day.
Roller Coaster
on my
Tycoon
PC.
was like hard and to be optimized, but I was like 12 and I was killing that shit.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just thought I was doing good.
No, it always felt great. Yeah. you always, felt like you were killing it on those games.
A lot of times those games they make new versions of and they're not quite as good. There's Cities Skylines, which is like the new Sim City.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there were a ton of those games. It was like, yeah.
The new one is they put too much focus into the traffic and you're like putting stoplights up and shit.
Damn. I
And
mean,
there's-
talk about a buzzkill for a
It's
game.
too deep,
Yeah,
dude.
that's wild. That's
Too
wild.
deep.
Let's talk about Civilization.
Never did that one.
That game is so good, but every game takes so long.
Yeah, dude. We would play Civilization, and I think our roommate, we got mad at one time. Someone got mad at me.
Yeah, that was a crazy day of negativity and anger.
Damn, over some civilization.
Yeah.
Civilization 5, to be specific.
And I was gone so long, I came home to a upset significant other and stuff. It was just a horrible thing. Horrible day. Hours upon hours.
People brought their computers over to play that day at the house, and
I remember showing up with a cup of coffee, in the morning.
two of the roommates that were there at the time got into it. Actually,
And I
one
got
of them
to
was
leave.
winning, and the other one was mad.
And I got to leave, and then I was like, I left them there. And I was like, I want to hear about something happening on the news later, and I'm going to have to testify.
Yeah.
I think like passive aggressively were fine, smoked together, but never said anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how a lot of you
or
guys
he
are
got
handling your shit.
Didn't he get laughy about it almost instantly? It was almost like those moments where you're like in a teenager and you're like face to face with your friend and then you just go, then you laugh. You're like, we're not gonna beat each other up this time. It's funny.
What do you do? Like delete your game? Like what the heck is going on?
It's civilization. So you're like running in. I don't know. Was I the Romans? You choose a civilization. Like I'm gonna be the Greeks.
What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you might know the story better because I don't.
I'm
know.
pretty sure
It was just like-
either you or the other person ended the game somehow for us because you were mad.
It had
like
to be
you like
some sort of-
unplugged
yeah,
the shit.
yeah.
Like I'm taking my ball and going home type shit. That's what happened.
It wasn't me because I lived there.
What does that mean?
I didn't unplug.
he took take my ball, go home literally.
No, no.
I lived there.
I do know for a fact that it wasn't me that unplugged it. I remember sitting on my computer like after like doing some kind of thing that pissed him off, like winning, like beating him.
Somebody
Yeah.
quit or something.
Yeah, him. He came in my room.
Okay, then he quit. All right,
But I don't know
Whoa,
what-
whoa, whoa, he's not here to defend himself. So
It's fine. We could call him.
Oh shit!
Give him a nice call.
Let's call him. Wait, did I break
Think
it?
he'd appreciate that.
Yeah, we should call him and ask him what made him so mad that day.
I honestly don't remember, but I do remember me
What's his
not
number?
being
We'll
mad.
call him
I
up.
remember me being scared
I'm
of
texting
Pat.
him. I'm texting him. Oh, I was gonna say we should not name him and just see if he'll just come in anonymously.
Too late. No, I just recall him being mad, and I didn't end it.
I just texted him and said, "Can we call you on the podcast?" I'm gonna say, "Have a question
Yeah,
about a coral."
I'm not really big into the video games, but when I
tell
was,
him it's
man,
not that day.
there's something different about that video game anger. You know what I mean? You just want to fucking destroy everything.
You have a lot invested into that game. Civilization takes like 9. So Civilization takes like 14 hours to play a game. So we thought we'd get together early and play a whole game. We got like 7 hours into the game. We like skipped lunch. Probably were hungry.
I want to know what happened. I want to know why. Pat would remember.
Yeah, he would.
Pat was the one that was extra mad. So
It was Pat? Oh,
yeah.
great.
Why don't you just tell him to send a voice memo like he always does in the group text?
No, I think we should call him. I want to ask him. This will be fun.
Okay.
That'd be good. We got to get a guest here in a little bit. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about a guest?
Yep.
Let's
If
get
we
a
can,
guest,
if
get
we
a
can
guest.
handle it.
Oh, we can handle it.
If they can handle it.
Tomorrow we're pre-recording because Mike's going out of town, and tomorrow we got to call Cheers.
Okay, you think that's a tomorrow thing? That's going to be good. That's going to be good. Let's get ready for that. Prank calls are always good.
Because I mean,
It's not really a prank call, but just calls are interesting.
We just got to get this in 2 episodes in a row that I hate Cheers.
Yeah, we can tease that next week. You'll be able to hear a conversation between a disgruntled customer and a beer store full of assholes.
Yeah, I mean, much like daylight savings time, Cheers is bittersweet. You know what I mean? It's got a great selection of beer, but the people are just. I mean, it's got a sweet selection of beer, but the people are very, very bitter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they suck.
In
And
their
daylight savings
defense-
time, you know, that kind of sucks and it's kind of awesome.
That's the Salisbury one, though. I go to the one in Berlin all the time, and they're really nice. But here, I'm opening a beer. Speaking of beer, upside down, pineapple, out of order.
Got
That's
an out
it.
of order.
Classically weird beer right there.
It's that SpongeBob SquarePants themed.
Yep. Upside down pineapple cake.
Oh, that's cool. I like what they did there.
Were there more SpongeBob things in this line, or were there just other cartoons?
This looks like Kel's orange soda right here.
There was no other Nickelodeon stuff. What else was on that drop? I mean, you can't beat that can art.
Oh yeah, let me get that up.
SpongeBob.
Hold that can art up. Hold that can art. I'll give it to Jack's angle here.
That's funny.
That's perfect.
Tastes just like it did. Biscuity, pineapple-y.
Is the who's the
Urine.
artist who does all that stuff? You think he's like got a name for himself? Is he famous, or you think there's someone in the back does it?
I don't want to talk about him.
Really?
Ooh.
Let's get into it.
Mike
Let's dive into it now.
Mike
For
feels like
us.
he doesn't deserve a name drop.
For the second there, I think he was getting more credit than he really deserved for making.
He was like, "It's all about the dog. They don't even want the beer. They want the dog in the fridge."
Well, first off, you. It's just not original because of this. You stole Slush Puppy's thing and their font.
Can you pull up Slush Puppy and pull up the dog? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Now that's good content.
But not only
we
that,
found something. We found something.
then you just proceed to throw Darth Vader helmet on him or Marvel stuff on him and
Yeah.
sell merch. So that's less original. You can't even make it. So They took the slush puppy dog and called it Otis, and it's theirs now, I guess.
Wait.
Now
So
that I'm
what's
putting-
Slush Puppy? Is that also part of the same brewery?
No, slush puppy where there's things
You
at Kmart.
You don't remember? Slush
Oh,
Puppies?
yeah, of course.
Slush puppy dog. See him?
Yeah, okay, let me blow that up for the viewer. Gotcha. So it was like icy, but puppy.
Note
Nice.
the font. And then
But the dog is definitely different, but it's supposed to be the dog, but kind of demented and on drugs or something, right?
Yes.
he's all drunk and stuff.
He looks a little drugged out. Like kind of, what's that one dog's name from back in the day? Was it Droopy in the
Yes.
cartoons? He was hilarious. What do y'all think of Droopy?
Yeah.
What do you say to this?
This is the best day of my life. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, okay.
So that's
Yeah.
Otis. He's the RAR mascot. I guess it's just a derivative, whatever. They
It's
took it.
derivative. It's derivative, but it's definitely a little different. He's doing his thing. Mike's not a fan. Jack, what do you think of the dog?
That's whack.
I think it's whack, huh? I think it's whack. I mean, the can game is pretty sweet as far as like the art goes.
Oh, yeah, I was obsessed.
and that's
main
not
one-
bad. That's not bad.
The main one I liked is when they made him Biggie Smalls and he was sitting down like a baby.
That's so scary looking.
Yeah,
That's
so,
good.
So
That's
funny, dude.
I don't like this beer.
Yeah, this is a little sweet, a little tangy, but not on the good side.
Take a teeny sip and what do you taste at the front of it?
I don't even know.
You can definitely taste the cherry. Acid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoo.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, acid. It's very acidic. It's very acidic.
Beer's at least 2 years old, dude.
What the heck is going on this pod? You got 2-year-old beers?
Oh, yeah.
going
Mike
down?
has a cat now, so we should look up toxoplasmosis so he knows what the hell that is.
That's a good topic. Always a good topic.
Because
Let's
Mike
a little
doesn't
deep
know
dive.
what it is.
Oh, God. Here we go. Toxoplasma gondii infection. Gondii infection.
It's a parasitic thing that makes you. They say most motorcycle crash victims have this because
Yep.
they're like crazy. It makes you do crazy stuff.
Most motorcycle
like a
riders.
cat.
They even say most motorcycle riders. You know what I mean? But
Well,
know,
you can't tell
they
if they-
find it in the crash, though.
Yeah. Because you can't.
Yeah.
I don't think you can tell until you die or
They
something.
find it in the tests. Or I guess maybe in the autopsy. Who
very
knows? Who
common,
knows?
maybe dangerous or life threatening. Oh, treatable.
Because that's what
God
these
damn it.
parasites do. They make your brain just rewire, so do stuff.
But
that's
yeah,
good
it's
for
the one that
parasite.
makes the.
Or is it a It's not a parasite. It's a.
It's the one that makes the mice attracted to cat urine, so the mice
Yeah.
come up to the cats and the cats eat them.
Okay, so luckily my cat shits in pees in a crate so far. And she was tested when I found her from the streets.
Yeah, it gets in mice and it makes them. Doesn't it make them even sexually aroused with cats?
Yeah.
So instead of going away, they stay right there. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy.
What?
That's what I heard on like the Rogan or something like that. You know what I mean?
It makes people crazy too. So
That's-
we got to watch for changes in Mike.
That's bro science, which is faster and faster becoming real science. I mean, Joe Rogan's become so smart over the years. He really has.
There's no cure for toxoplasmosis. When it gets in your body, it doesn't go away completely. Thus, your best approach is to avoid the infection completely. You can do that by taking care with food. Obviously, you don't want to eat raw meat or like anything like
It doesn't
that.
say much about cats.
Cat feces was a way, but there's way worse ways to get it. It says, look at all this ways. Look at all these
blow
ways.
it up.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Okay. So cat feces is there. There's the cat feces. But
Does it say
unpasteurized
H-
milk, eating raw, unwashed fruits, eating food that's been in contact with contaminated kitchen utensils. Oh, pregnant women can pass it on to unborn fetuses through the placenta. HIV infection, chemotherapy causes. Chemotherapy? Oh, because it makes your blood all fried out and weird.
What are you saying? It causes it?
It
Chemotherapy
says causes.
How could that even
chemotherapy,
make sense? Whatever.
HIV
Now this has
infection,
gotten weird.
steroids are immunosuppressant drugs. Sorry, Joe Rogan came out. I saw-
Yeah,
I
did you
saw
say Joe
steroid.
Rogan? Did I
Don't know why it came out, but it did.
I thought I was like something wrong with my head, dude.
Glitch in the matrix.
I got to put down the podcast.
Joe Rogan has penetrated into my psyche. Whoa.
He's had some good episodes lately. Rick Rubin.
Roger Waters.
I mean, women hate him, but I mean, so what? He's still funny.
And they love him.
yeah.
You're right. They do love him, don't they? He's got the old bowling ball grip.
You know what? You kind of look like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan would wear exactly what Mike's wearing right now.
You think I look like Joe? Come on, man. I've got
No,
a
the
hair.
style. The style.
The style.
He would wear that. You know, she's
Yeah.
got a Joe thing going
So
on.
he'd wear-
Maybe no pendant. No pendant.
He might wear a pendant. I was about to say he likes glass. Didn't he? Didn't he have a nice glass piece? Or is he one of those guys who has that Seth Rogen? You flip the gravity.
He
bong.
doesn't like smoking out of glass.
He likes blunts.
We're talking all the Rogans now. Now we're talking Seth Rogen. Okay. You know, the older I get, the less Seth Rogen and the more Joe Rogan I
Yikes.
become. Someone said that. I stole that somewhere. I think it was on Workaholics. It was on Workaholics. That's what they said.
Come on,
Oh my
man.
God,
Why are you
dude.
stealing stuff from Workaholics? Now that I look up toxoplasmosis, my lymph node feels really weird.
Oh, no.
You feeling lymphy?
So he's getting a little sick. It's that time of year, y'all.
Or it might be leptospirosis.
Right around Halloween.
You got
Oh.
lepto?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Get the lepto? Can I get some Pepto? Will it help?
No.
Thought we had a great Halloween episode. Speaking of Halloween, did everyone have a good Halloween after that?
No. I didn't get enough high chews.
Because it was
I had
the
to
next
hand out
day, right? 'Cause
candy.
yeah, I didn't hand out any candy. Nobody.
I handed out a lot.
Oh, you handed out a lot because you say your block gets swamped.
Yep. It wasn't as swamped as it was the year before. I was surprised.
When I first moved to my neighborhood years ago when I was 21 or 20, there was a couple kids that would come and trick or treat. It hasn't happened since that first year.
Yeah, I've been here, what, 10 years, something like
And
that? I've never had a trick-or-treater.
Yeah, you're in that little dark cut of this area. But I will say there's more kids than ever in my neighborhood, but no trick or treaters. I was home that night.
Did you have candy?
Well, no.
I could have given him something.
Jack, you see any good
I would
costumes?
have come up with something.
You see any good
A
costumes?
lot of Michael Myers's.
Wow. Okay, that's easy and good. Just a nice little mask.
I was wearing a witch's hat, that witch's hat I wore on the episode when I was handing out
I'm
candy.
a transgender witch. Did you say that?
Yeah. I was handing out candy, and this little girl was a witch, dressed up as a witch, and she was
Sorry,
like,
it's gender neutral. I don't know where I came up with transgender. It's my bad.
This is it.
That's what he was, right? That was the costume,
yeah,
Jack.
gender neutral, yeah. And then the little girl was like, "Are you a witch?" And I was like, "Maybe." And she was like, "I'm a witch." I was like, "Oh, okay, then I can tell you, yeah, I'm a witch." That was the highlight of the evening.
Man, speaking of costumes, did anyone see Heidi Klum's costume?
Is she
Anyone see that?
naked?
Look it up. Mike, have you seen this? She had a
Mike is
costume.
typing.
She had
Furiously
a
typing.
celebrity costume party.
She did the worm.
And she was a worm.
Let's
And
see
Elon Musk was there. Oh no, I'm waiting for the good reveal because check this out, people.
It's coming right now.
Look at that shit.
Trick or treat, now to see who I will be.
Can you blow that up any? Wow. I'm talking disturbing. Borderline disturbing.
Halloween.
That's how she comes out to her own costume party. Are you disturbed? Is Jack disturbed right now?
I don't like that whatsoever.
You know what? You know what I get? I get Tusk vibes. And
I
if
would-
anyone listens to the show, they know I hate Tusk, and I get big Tusk vibes from that costume.
Would leave.
And she
Dude, she can lay
kind
down
of
and
hops
stuff.
out there like a sleeping bag.
She can lay. She can lay on the runway.
Dude, you got to watch Barbarian.
What's that?
A
Brand
movie
new
on
movie?
HBO. It has Justin Long in it. It has Tusk vibes. the
Oh
movie.
no! What's up with Justin Long? He gets in the craziest movies.
Yeah, he.
No.
He says he's pushing for a dodgeball too. That's kind of beside the point, but Justin
What do
Long.
you say, Mike? No, what?
We're not going to spoil this movie because it's worth watching.
Okay, what's it called?
Barbarian.
Barbarian. That's a wreck from Jack this week, y'all.
It's got the Skarsgård fella in it.
At
Let me-
Armstrong Glass on Twitter.
I noticed something today.
Maybe not.
Amazon's trying to charge people money for that, but you can watch it for free if you have HBO. It was weird. I was
It's
like,
not free if you have HBO. You pay for HBO.
Page speed. Yeah.
yeah.
So it's on HBO Max.
It's on
So
HBO.
If it's on HBO Max, I might check it out and give you a nice little review.
Oh my god.
You should. It's me and Mike watched it together.
Mm-hmm.
Did I kick that again?
It's just really crazy.
I'll stop
The
kicking
movie.
the cord.
No, we should stop talking about our technical difficulties live.
I'm sorry. The movie's good though. I talked to somebody who said they didn't like it that much.
Who?
Bartender where I frequently drink.
Bartender not feeling the barbarian.
I'm finding now that she doesn't stop at this Halloween. She does a lot of dressing up.
Heidi Klum?
She likes to do.
I mean, if
costume.
you do that, then you go hard all the time. But that's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
See, look,
Yikes.
she shows out every year.
Wow, yeah, it's disturbing every year.
Did you see all their celebs on Halloween and then Heidi Klum?
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm
It's
a
that's like
witch. I'm a
what do you
cat.
call it?
Wow, yeah, she goes.
It's like
crazy.
Mean Girls.
She was Fiona.
All the other girls are hot, sexy things, and she's like,
Yeah,
a
why so
scary-
fast on that slideshow? But yeah, it was a good little summary.
Oh, she feared suffocation in her worm costume.
Get out of here!
She feared suffocation.
I don't want to look at this worm no more.
Oh, it's scary. It is pretty scary. It's
Heidi
disturbing.
Klum, man, look what she actually looks like.
All right.
Are both the Skarsgård guys actors for real?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah, because The Northman and It are both movies, and they're both different brothers.
Okay. Which one was in the one we watched? The guy from It or the other one?
Bill. Alexander
Oh, the
is the
guy
guy
from
who's
It.
big and in Viking movies and stuff.
I forgot he's a Skarsgård.
Which one is in It?
Bill.
Which one was in the movie we watched?
Alexander.
Whoa.
Yeah. I sorted it in my brain. Moment of silence. Okay, it's over. Nick Carter's dead. Aaron Carter's dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got it.
Who gives
Wow,
a
I mixed
shit?
that up.
That is crazy though. I saw. Well, you said Nick Carter, right? Did you say
I
Nick
messed
Carter's
up.
dead?
Yeah, I messed
My
up.
bad. I just got it too. It's Aaron Carter, right?
Yeah, Aaron's
Carter is
party
dead.
came to an end, came to
Oh
a close.
no, Mike had that one in the back pocket.
I already heard it from someone else, but I had to say it out loud.
Man.
Hey, let's just talk about what happens to tattoos. when
But
you
yeah,
die.
Nick Carter was he had a quote on it, and he
face
just hopes
tattoo.
he finally gets some peace. That was nice. I thought that was nice, because he
there-
definitely was always troubled, right?
Yeah,
Definitely
piece of
after a
shit.
certain point, after the party, or he seemed like he was having a good time at Aaron's party.
If you die in a bathtub, you don't
After
go
the
to heaven.
fame, he seemed to really be struggling with life and stuff. Seemed a little cracked out, a little bit eye sunken and stuff.
Yeah, look at it.
Face tattoos. That's always could be a red flag.
Most of the time, it is a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have a joke for how we beat Shaq. Remember how I beat
Oh
Shaq?
yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Mhm.
That's how I beat Shaq.
Hit him with the left, hit him with the right. Crossed over, shot right.
That's Migos. R.I.P. Takeoff too.
Oh man, yeah.
That's actually sad.
That's actually way more sad than Aaron Carter.
We didn't talk about that yet, right? Because that is fresh news since
Yeah.
last time. Man, that is crazy. That is the 7th major rapper this year, and that is the 15th major rapper since 2020.
and he is the biggest one to get killed, right?
We'd have to look at a list, but yeah, he's
Nipsey.
Man, Pop Smoke is he was so big,
Not as
but he
big
was
as
new.
Migos.
He was new though. He was going to be one of the biggest
Yeah.
people.
That
I mean,
was
he
so-
still just gets requested every single night. You got Pop Smoke?
There's another guy that sounds just like him.
No
So-
one listens to that anymore, though. It's done. Pop Smoke's done.
You know, you can still play Dior and stuff because he's dead. You know what I mean? He didn't have a big catalog.
Legacy. That is him.
Who?
Family.
Christian Dior. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to do the divorce.
I'm up in all the stores.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours.
yeah.
Dr. Zeus. yeah.
Yeah, that's just whack.
It was never good, man. Pop Smoke.
And look at the culture, man. Do you see country people or pop singers killing each other? It's just wild to think about. Like how many pop? Well, I guess they kill themselves from time to time. Not a lot of pop and country.
That one figure skater broke the other figure skater's ankle.
Yeah, was that another figure skater?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow. Oh, they paid somebody though, right? It was like a hitman kind of thing.
Yeah. With like a pipe or
But
something.
yeah, who's the last pop star to die from another, just like a fan killing them or
Are you
something?
looking up, Mike?
Hired figure skater ankle break.
Yeah, Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding, that's what it is. Yep.
You don't remember that, dude? 94,
No.
baby.
No, I was 4 years old, man.
Why?
Was it 94? I think that's what it was. It might have been 98.
They're not even talking about 20 years after the hit. The whack heard round the world. So, a baton wielding attacker. Holy
because
shit!
She was about to own that shit, and they. Wait, whose ankle got broken? Tanya Harding's the bad guy, right?
No, man, I thought
Yeah,
Tanya
Nancy
Harding
Kerrigan
got.
was hitting the leg.
Yeah,
line.
Nancy Kerrigan was hit.
Oh,
Tanya
okay.
Harding hired the attacker.
It's funny.
What, some rapper says I break a bitch down like Tanya Harding.
Holy shit! Did you get charged?
Hell yeah! They got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. That was a hitman with a pipe or something like that.
I was really little. I remember looking at the TV and you see her screaming.
She's saying why, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Yeah, dude, it's weird the stuff I remember like watching on TV. I remember watching like the OJ trial and stuff. And I'm as young as shit when that was on TV.
Yep. Yeah, I was real young for that. I remember that through SNL's Weekend Update and Norm Macdonald, which is really hilarious because he got fired for that. And that's where I remember getting my news for that.
Yeah, wow.
Did she still win? It looks like.
No,
Oh,
I don't think so. She couldn't skate.
Speaking of people who died, Norm Macdonald, rest in peace.
Yeah.
It says the innocent victim triumphing over her adversary. I don't know. I'm not reading all that shit. People magazine.
Tanya Harding, people know the story. If you don't, Google
I don't know if a lot of people really do.
Yeah,
People
maybe
don't care
not.
about
It's
that
pretty
shit.
old now. It's pretty old now. A lot
People
of
don't
kids
watch
don't
the
know about it.
Olympics anymore.
What rapper were we talking about before?
We had Pop Smoke.
Who else?
You want to
got
look
killed?
up all
Takeoff.
the dead
Takeoff.
rappers? I don't know.
It's fucked up that Takeoff.
Takeoff, yeah.
Apparently, it happened at a dice game,
Yeah.
Let's watch the video live.
and Quavo was his uncle. Did you know that?
Yeah, they're all related. Uncle and nephews. Uncle with his nephews. And then one of the security, quote unquote, with Quavo, they say is credited with the bullet that killed him. So it was just crossfire. Just got caught in the crossfire.
Quavo shot him.
One of his boys, like Quavo's brother or something like that.
Okay.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's crazy. People just start shooting.
You're all drunk. It's 2:30 in the morning in a bowling alley. It says. Apparently.
Damn, bowling alley.
In Houston, right?
Oh man, I still have meant to obviously we're not gonna watch in Houston. We're not gonna watch it on here, but I'm watching that shit tonight. I want to see that happen.
I watched a bunch of somebody break down the timeline via like Instagram stories and stuff, and like you can see like the whole night unfold. There's a bunch of strippers were there, and they were like flexing that they were with the rappers, so they all posted a bunch of shit over and over again.
And so people were like, "There's people there."
And you can see Takeoff throughout the night, and he just looks really stoned. He's just standing around, not saying anything.
And
he didn't like. He just was. He caught
did
the bullet.
not deserve to die.
No,
It
he
was,
caught the bullet.
He wasn't starting shit or nothing. Apparently, is what happened. That's like the worst part about it.
And another weird thing, like Quavo and Takeoff recently kicked Offset out of the group.
What?
Yeah, or something like that, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
That that was not a good move.
that was like 2 months ago at the longest.
This will bring them back together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is sad too. Mm-hmm. But Takeoff is do la la bad bougie.
Yeah,
That's him, right?
Takeoff. That's Takeoff.
Yeah.
and he was left off bad.
And I
Bougie.
just said it exactly like he said it.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
slurring my words or anything.
He says, "Do I look like I was?" And he does not look like he was left off bad. Bougie. He does not look like it, but he was. And oh yeah, and back to Aaron Carter. I forgot to mention this.
Sorry.
Did y'all hear about the last thing he tweeted was Kanye, we need to talk? That was his last tweet.
Who?
Man
Aaron
to man.
Carter.
Yeah, look up Aaron Carter Kanye West tweet.
What a rough way to go out.
Yeah.
Was that like we need to talk? I want to fuck you up. It was probably more like we need to talk. I got some ideas.
I think it was Kanye, we need to talk man to man.
Oh,
Something like that.
maybe he was going to be bad to. I thought it was like Kanye. We need to talk. I got some ideas. We're on the same page as you.
It seemed like positive, like I want to know what you know kind of thing. You know, I don't know, but it was something like that.
I didn't know that Quavo was Takeoff's uncle and
pretty crazy.
or whatever.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike gets lost reading and
Nephew,
doesn't
right?
hear us talking about this.
You already said it was his uncle?
Yeah, we just said that.
Oh,
They're all related.
Good, but it is crazy. It is definitely crazy.
not related no more. He did.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to mend their wound. When their wound.
And PNB Rock just died. He was pretty big. He had
Who's
a
that?
couple hits. PNB Rock, he had Every Day We Lit. Every Day We Lit. That was a big one.
Too many.
Wowzers. That
Too
doesn't
many.
sound crazy.
You know what I'm saying though? It's not as
Oh,
good
yeah.
as not as good as shopping all the stools. When it
Yeah,
rains
Bobby
the pools.
Shmurda announced a tour. Speaking of drill
yeah.
music and
Yeah.
people who were directly affected of it, he went to fucking prison for lyrics of
Yeah,
from
right.
drill songs or whatever.
Yeah,
he
people
said.
are getting incriminating themselves with their lyrics all the time.
That always reminds me of that Mexican guy who had the tattoo. Did we talk about this already? I don't remember, but there was a guy who had
Doesn't
some
sound
gang
familiar.
member. He had a tattoo of the entire crime scene of a crime he had committed. It was
Wow.
on his chest. It was like a bar with the bar name, a guy dead out front, two guys dead out front.
Wow, man.
The
Some
police and
people,
shit.
some
And then it was
people.
like, this is a shooting that I had successfully
What's
committed.
the point of committing a murder if you can't brag about it a little bit? You know what I mean, Jack? What's even the point?
Insane.
What's even the point then?
Is this it?
Can you pull this up, Mike? Yeah. It shouldn't be that hard to. Yeah, this is it. See, look.
Wow.
It's a bar where there's a dead guy out front.
Oh, and it's a helicopter doing it. So at least he's like, yeah, it's just it's
Yeah, and it's a-
fiction. It's fiction.
Rivera kills.
Wow. Is that his name?
I guess, but isn't that funny? And
This
they
might
I'm-
not be the same guy. I thought it might have pulled it right up.
No, this is the one I was speaking of.
Okay, cool.
But they definitely arrested him over this. It has the liquor store.
There's the Planters Nuts guys getting shot. Maybe Peanut got. Well, he's getting shot by an airplane.
You know, he probably calls himself like Apache or something, and that guy was called like Nutman. You know.
Oh,
Kevin's so right. He's right. No, I'm not.
no. You.
Yeah.
I'm trying
He
to
killed
find
peanut butter out front of the
It's
plane.
cryptic. It's cryptic, y'all.
But I'm pretty sure that was key evidence in convicting this guy.
I don't know where.
What's it say?
look
What's
at
the
him or
headline
read
say?
him.
It's whatever liquors is the incriminating part.
What's the headline say?
Yeah, Goblin. down
Anthony
there.
Garcia sentenced
Because
to
of his-
65 years in prison for gang murder because of his crime scene tattoo.
So stupid, right?
Let there be a lesson to you kids. Don't incriminate yourself. Don't brag about it. Suppress it. Suppress the urge to brag about your crimes. It's tough. I know. You want people to know about it. It's going to make you look cool, but you got to keep it. You got to keep it to yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't look cool though.
There was a guy who killed his wife and posted pictures of it on Facebook. Remember that?
And that
Wow.
was sarcasm. That was sarcasm. You got to tell on yourself. All right. Do the right thing. Brag about it.
Yeah, go ahead. Brag about it.
Anybody got some good tops? Who's got some good tops? Jack, you said he had a lot of topics.
I brought them all up already.
Oh, I brought up my top. Heidi Klum. That was a doozy.
But Rivera Kills made me think of something else, but I can't remember.
Oh, Rivera kills. Rivera kills.
Why did he kill Molly Tibbetts? Why did he do it?
Pat went to the Tom Segura Netflix special taping last night.
Wow. He went to a real taping. So they probably do what? 4? So he is, you know what I mean? They probably do like 4 shows per like a special.
Yeah, I think they had 2 nights, 2 shows each.
Nice, man. Tom's the man.
But he said it was rough. He said you had to go there and you gotta lock your phone up. But every
Yeah.
comedy show I've been to, I've had to lock my phone.
Yeah,
up.
and that's just another like more to do, you
It's
know.
not that big of a deal. It always stressed me out beforehand. I was like, man, it's gonna be hard to get out of here. Everyone's gonna
That's
wait
what
in
it makes
line.
me feel like.
But they
it's going to be hard to get out of here.
the way they open those bags, they slap them on this thing and they open them immediately and they hand you your shit. Boom, 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 boom.
You got to wait in a line though. Just another line to wait in, but yeah,
Nah.
it's probably not too bad.
Not really. Mm-hmm. You're on your way out. You're still you're flooding out of a place. But I remember one time I went to a show where they would lock your phone up like that, and my roommate was with me, and he forgot to take his pocket knife out of his pocket because he's stupid and always carries his pocket knife everywhere. And they wound up like letting him put his pocket knife in that phone bag. He's like, it's locked up. Common sense lets me think that I can put it in here, and you lock
And
it
they
up.
wouldn't let him?
No, they did.
Oh, okay, cool.
It worked out.
Yeah. Was it a Kill Tony after the
Yeah.
the Asian comic incident?
It was cool, Tony. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't go to that, did you?
What?
Remember the incident where he was making fun of an Asian
No,
comic?
that was at a Thursday night show. I've been to those before.
oh,
but-
that was a secret show?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool.
When I went to the secret show to see Kill Tony, or not Kill Tony, but Tony was on the show, and we sat really close to the front. And when he's on stage and like it's like him just like looking around at the crowd, I was just like, oh no.
He's going to get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's vicious. He's
Look at me,
vicious.
dude.
And
I'm
he
a-
is good. He's
I'm
good.
so attackable.
Yep.
And it was really cool seeing him just work out because like he went up there, you could tell none of it was like.
And he said, and he
He's
always
good
says
shit.
he gets up like every single night. Like he goes up 6 nights a week. He's a workhorse. Gotta respect Tony Hinchcliffe.
It was fun to see Brian Redman do a set too.
Red Band's a legend. Man, I was just saying today that Kill Tony, and I probably bring it up every single episode, but I'm obsessed with that show. It just has everything, you know?
Chris Carter just messaged me the other day. He's like, I'm trying to go to Austin to see Kill Tony.
Yeah. And like the Austin episodes are really, really good, but I'm starting to find out like I'm going back to like the old episodes where they had the full band.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah and the drummer. The drummer is insanely entertaining.
Me and Mike watched a bunch of Mexican drum offs the other day.
Oh my God, dude, he's insane.
Yeah,
That
we
guy's
were
insane.
watching him. His Mostly Sorry on Instagram. What's his name? Joel Jimenez.
Joel Jimenez. What they call him, Joel Berg.
Yeah.
Joel Berg is crazy.
He is wild.
And he's
boy.
really good at drums.
And there's over 500 episodes that you can watch. So I just feel like I have a gold mine of just content. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm watching them all day long.
You got to watch the Dane Cook one. I've seen most of them.
Oh yeah. We were just talking about that Dane Cook one on our group chat. That was very fun.
Look at these phone cases they put your phone in and put them away.
It's called a Yonder bag.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Man, that shit can kick rocks.
Yeah, the first time I saw Joe Rogan in a theater,
Yeah, he does it.
I was.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever did it.
Yeah,
Then
it says
every time I went to Vulcan Gas Company, that you did.
Because they're all about you not stealing their content. You know, they don't want you videotaping the set, and I
Right.
guess that's all They don't want you trying to cancel and or steal their set and just post it. You know.
But why does Guns N' Roses say they like it? Who cares about that?
Seriously.
Welcome
Guns N'
to the
Roses-
Jungle plays like 8 times a day on every radio station, and they worry about people taking videos at their concerts. Get fucked.
They're an overrated band.
I get comedians though. It says Chris Rock, Louis C.K., and Dave Chappelle are all fans, and Hannibal Buress. We'll give him credit, I guess.
Hannibal's hilarious.
Hannibal Buress got fucking Bill Cosby canceled. So
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
Hannibal Buress.
You gotta.
Yeah.
That's like, you can't just have your comedians' backs if they're pieces of shit.
I mean,
One time I saw Hannibal Buress host a outdoor it was like 110 degrees outside rock concert thing, and he had to come out like while the bands were setting up in between and like try to be funny. And it
his
looks
squinty eyes.
it looked so hard for him. He had an umbrella hat on and shit, and I felt bad for him, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, we're just seeing Hannibal Buress in this.
He's like, I'm burning alive. My
He like
skin.
couldn't do material, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because no one was listening. Everyone was like talking. It was a place with open bar, but you got 2 drink tickets. And I just kept finding drink tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Like on the ground, sitting on the bar. Like where the bartenders would be like, that's 1 drink ticket. And somebody just like throw it on the bar and they'd be like, okay. And like,
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I would-
collecting them.
yeah, just drinking for free for hours.
Good on you, Jack.
That was another, dude, that was the Spotify South by Southwest party. And they had a line down the sidewalk. And me and Andrew Braham were smoking a joint or something, walking down the street. And we got to it and like stomped it out and just like, walked past the line and walked right up to the guy taking tickets and just like showed him our wristbands and walked right in. We skipped the line completely just because we just
Came in there lit up.
they didn't know. Like we just didn't know. We just accidentally skipped like hours. There was like an hours long line we had to stand in and wait.
Okay. I
And
didn't
we just,
really
like,
understand
walked
what you were
past it
saying.
and like and walked up to the guy and the guy just like didn't know that we skipped the line.
Yeah. Some people just don't want to
And
do
and the
it.
people in the line didn't say anything.
That's
So we
epic.
just walked right in.
Damn, they probably thought you guys were awesome.
I guess. We just
Don't there smoking a joint, just past the whole line.
And we were like in there, just like, wait a minute, I think we just skipped that line. But we were both just like so confused.
That's great. That's the best way for it to happen, you know?
6th Street, Austin, popping for the South by Southwest.
South by
Really?
Southwest used to be awesome to go to free shit and drink all day. I went to a party one time during the daytime. It was just St. Bernards everywhere. You could play with them, and it was open bar.
There's Shakespeare's Pub.
Wow. That's great. I've never played with a St. Bernard. That'd be fun.
You could just play with doggies and drink
Yeah.
for free.
I still got this nasty beer.
Dude, stop drinking that thing. That thing's gross. I'm going to go do us a favor and dump what we got.
6th Street sucks, though.
Yeah, it's where all the jupies go. Oh, God.
Speaking
I
of
didn't mean anything by that. No,
don't even know
I'm
what
trying
jupi
to,
is, sir.
not trying to Kanye myself.
Speaking of
I just was
Jupy,
trying to make a funny word. I'll just see myself out.
Don't Kanye / Kyrie yourself.
speaking of Jupy, have you seen Jew, Ari Shafir's new special?
Oh, and you think he released that because he's like, wow, Jews are hot right now. Gotta
No, he
release
planned
it.
on putting it out after Sober October was my thing.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought.
Because it really is. I mean, Jew is all in the news, you know, with Kanye and Kyrie.
Have you seen his special?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was pretty solid, but
Dude, I thought it was amazing.
I thought it was, I wasn't totally blown away with it, but it was cool. It was almost like educational. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
It's-
good, but I was like, I'm here for the ha-has. But it was funny. But it
not
was
like
almost
a,
educational for me. But it was interesting.
It shouldn't have been educational for you, Kevin. You should have known all that stuff because of your religious upbringing.
Yeah, I do have Jewish cousins, actually. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
most of the stuff he talked about was like also stuff we learned about at.
Yeah, Christian
Sunday
school.
school.
Yeah, that's right. The Old Testament does cover a lot of Jewish stuff. It really does.
Like what?
That's what that's what Jewish stuff is.
It is, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's just the Old Testament. That's really the difference.
Right, exactly.
And they don't think Christ was the
Son of God.
Son of God. Yeah, that's it.
That's why they killed him.
Oh, shit. Is that really why?
Yeah, dude. They
Oh,
were
man.
doing nothing.
Remember
Now we're getting into it.
They
Now
wrote
we're
King
getting
of the
into
Jews
it.
on top of his cross as a fuck you.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember their little.
INRI, Inuri, or whatever.
What happened to Kev's cup?
It's over there.
here.
But I just don't. I mean, if we can start talking about that whole biblical thing, because I was raised Christian, so I don't even understand like that's what they believe, just Old Testament stuff.
Yeah, because I remember asking my cousin. So what is the difference?
Oh,
a
so they
couple
believe
times.
they believe the middle half to Revelation. They
No.
No.
believe
Revelation-
Genesis to the middle,
Genesis to what?
to the middle of the Bible.
Matthew is the beginning of the New Testament.
I
Correct.
get, see,
Matthew-
you remember shit like that.
What? like the Matthew, Mark, Luke, John,
Yes.
where they tell the same story over and over again. And you're like, Jesus,
That's the
Christ.
gospel,
Hey.
and that's the gospel, right?
Yeah, that's
Cool.
that's Christianity.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
But I don't
And then
remember
all
what
the
the
other
last
ones.
book of the Old Testament is. I do not remember what that is.
Revelation.
Motherfucking Ruth, dog.
Is it?
No, I don't remember.
I was like, damn.
Wait.
What?
Remind me again. The Old Testament is what? The middle to Revelation?
No. The Old Testament is the beginning to the middle.
No, not even the middle.
Genesis.
I mean, you know, but
The Old Testament's is the bulk of that.
Is it longer?
Yeah.
It's longer. It's longer.
What's the last book of the Old Testament?
What is it? What do y'all think?
Ruth. I'm guessing Ruth, dude.
What could it be? Roman? No, that's new.
You, dude, whatever you don't read Corinthians, you get fucking
It could be
all
Corinthians.
turned up.
It could be
dude.
Second
What?
Corinthians. Could be Second Corinthians, but that's probably
gay.
new.
I can't get tattoos. What else can I do? Oh,
Second Corinthians. That's my guess. Yeah.
nah, it's Ruth.
The Bible contradicts itself a lot about on some of that stuff.
Mike, what is the last book of the Old Testament?
That should, that
right
should be
now, I'm
easily
just
Googled.
having I'm rethinking my whole
Jack, you hit it.
upbringing.
I'll find it.
Jack, just hit it up real quick. That should be pretty quick Google.
I'm just kind of having a time here thinking about my upbringing.
Hey, if anybody else watching was raised Christian, this might be vaguely interesting. You know what I'm saying? A little Christian background check.
Malachi.
Is it Malachi?
Malachi, that motherfucker. What was he doing?
didn't see
Quick
that one
Google,
coming.
eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it?
Not for Jack.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn.
I don't have a laptop in front of me. You were just sitting there.
I heard the shade cast at me.
What?
So I Googled it real quick. I was just having
like- you're
thoughts
like-
in my brain.
I gotta get there real quick.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
it's
figured
part-
I might try a quick Google.
It ends with it's the prophets, and then it ends with the 12 minor prophets. How would you feel about being called the minor prophets? And
Sounds like a band
which
name.
one is Ruth in?
What? That's old, right?
Yeah, but I
feel
thought
like
she'd be
you're
one
right.
of the prophets, dog.
Nah.
There's Esther, Nehemiah.
You know what was my book? Proverbs, man. That was just a bunch of one-liners, basically.
You know, I was
It's like,
about,
do this and then do that.
I was about the Psalms. I like to sing
Okay. Yeah. The Psalms was great.
the Psalms.
There's a grievous lie that blames the Jews for killing Jesus, and
Oh,
that God
we
is
can't get
cut.
into
Oh,
this.
God,
We
dude.
can't-
Oh, my God.
You guys did this to me.
No. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
you?
So
This
yeah,
is a Jewish voice website that says that's a lie. So they're probably lying.
I bet it is a Jewish voice.
They
saying that.
really did kill Jesus, and they're just lying on this website to make them look good.
All I know is I poured a Gobstopper beer.
Ooh, we got the gobs going now, and the dogs are back, and it looks like some twins from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, wait,
Tweedledee
yeah.
and Tweedledum.
But I still taste weird
This
underlying
was the Gobstopper one. This is the
fruit
one.
from that last one.
Yeah, fruit. So that's what we're drinking right now. Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
No, he's wrong. We're drinking it. It's Logic. It's from the. You were right. It's from the Alice in Wonderland drop.
Hey.
But hey, let's give it to them.
What's Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
From
They're the two dummies.
they were in the maze or something like that. It's been a while, but they're in.
From
They're,
Alice in Wonderland?
they're the big fat twins
These
from Alice
guys.
in Wonderland.
And I was wrong because I said Gobstopper?
But Gobstopper could be the flavor or whatever. But that's from a totally.
It's not.
That's from Willy Wonka, right?
Dude.
Were you? It's okay.
God, Jack. First you couldn't look up the simple Google. Now this.
Well, it's
Scrolling through the books, I was...
Malachi. You guys thought it was Matthew, but it was Malachi. Malachi doesn't even seem
No,
like a book.
Matthew's the first book of the New
I wouldn't have been able to
So
pull
what's the
Malachi
last
out of
one?
my ass.
Malachi?
That's what you said.
No, that's
what
the
you
last book
said.
of the Old Testament, you motherfucker.
The last book is Revelation, also one of the cooler
Last
books.
book of the Old Testament is Malachi.
The first book of the New Testament is...
Genesis.
Matthew. God, dude, I can't keep this straight.
So wait, why do we need
The
to know?
Old Testament is Genesis, the first book. And this is the last book. So right after Malachi comes...
Back in Bible school.
Yeah.
Hey, just call me Knutson, Mike. Just call me Knutson. All right?
Mike's face was awesome when I was...
Our Bible teacher was a bone riddled man named Mr. Knutson, and he had a bone disease, and he was pretty cool. But I'm just saying, he had a bone disease.
He's definitely
he
dead,
had an
right?
odd look to him. Who knows? What do
Let's
you think,
find
Mike?
him now. Where is he now? No, we could find him.
Find the obituary.
He was very, very passionate about the good book, and we learned a lot about it. But we just
Jack.
probably forgot it all.
Very well could be an obituary because he wasn't going to have a long lifespan because he was a small Man.
Then we had Mr. Matthews. That was a Bible teacher. We had Bible
That dude
teachers
took his
every
belt
year.
off one time and whipped the desk in front of somebody in my class.
Which is weird.
Wow.
Yeah, he did some weird stuff.
He
but,
did.
was
I'll
cool.
tell you what he
was
did.
cool.
Can you grab your dick on here? He would
Go ahead and grab
He
away.
would be in front of people's desk
Let me see
and
if
just
this angle will
adjust
get it.
himself.
Yep.
I don't
Oh yeah, I
think I should
remember
do
that.
it. I don't think I should do it. But you can imagine a man in some slacks, dick level with your face, walking around watching you do your classwork, and he's just adjusting. It must have been uncomfortable down there to have a big old dick.
And just so you know, everybody noticed it and talked about it. It was such a thing. It was such a thing.
I don't remember it.
I found Knutson.
Oh,
Is it obituary?
Let me just preface with this. Shout out Knutson.
Is
You
it
were a
Mrs.
good
or
guy.
Mr.?
Mister. And
Mr.
both. It's both of them. I found their pictures.
We got to get both because Mrs. is just as interesting as Mr.
They haven't worked there in years, but on our leadership, maybe he does work there still. But here we go. There he is.
There we
Boom.
go.
There's my guy. They were
So-
cute. They were a
so-
cute little couple.
Yeah, so that was
I don't like
that
this.
was the upper school Bible teacher, and the lower school gym teacher was the girl, and that is
That's
Mr.
Dick
Matthews.
Grabbin Matthews right there. Oh my god.
He's a cool guy. He's a
We're
cool
gonna
guy.
get defamation suits, dude.
Oh yeah, we're pulling out too many names.
Yeah, holy shit.
We'll jumble it later. Somehow.
I think it's funny.
We'll jumble it later.
What?
I think we're saying very nice
Stop
things about
getting
these people.
pictures out of here. We're defaming folks. All these people are rapists.
No, show them more faces. Show them more faces. We have to dilute what we've been doing and saying. Say more names. Say more names.
Marty Bird
Charles
and
Jefferson.
Alexandria Anderson were also
Show more faces.
my
more faces.
aquarium teachers. They taught me how to scrub algae real good, and they also raped a bunch of people.
But it was
I'm sorry. I'm just tickling.
it was a good
myself.
school. It was a good nice
A
school.
bunch of rapists.
That's so funny. Shout out. I had a good upbringing by those dick grabbing sons of bitches.
I was in the Boy Scouts and I never once got touched. That must have been hideous.
Oh wow, Jack.
Yeah, well, I was just wait. Well, I guess we can segue into a little tale from Cub Scout Town.
Let me tell mine first. It's a little more tame.
Let's go.
I was in
Mine's pretty tame.
I was in the Boy Scouts and we were in a tent one time
Ooh,
playing with a lighter, and I burnt off all my armpit hair
Wow.
as a dare. And I swear to God, it didn't grow back for years. And I hated
Just
going,
on one pit.
Well, I first did the one, and it burnt really good for some reason. Like a little like, woof, you know, like wow, that was fast. And because like I was probably like
Nice grooming technique. Yeah.
13 or something, so I had like these little froths of armpit hair, nothing crazy. And then I burnt one off, and I did the other one to even the shit out. And I remember I was embarrassed to like go to the pool and stuff because I was like the only kid without armpit hair for like a year and a half, 2 years.
I mean, it's
something like
pretty
that.
easy to not notice armpit hair. I think you'd be in the clear with no armpit hair.
The other guys had armpit hair. They're
showing it off.
And you know the girls,
and-
the girls like it.
I
Okay.
swear it never really grew back right. I don't have a lot.
Interesting. Yeah, I probably don't have much. You know.
I
I
remember
burnt some follicles or something, dude.
having armpit hair was such a good thing when you first got it. You're like, oh my god, I got it. It finally came. It finally showed up like they said it would. How old were you?
I have no idea. I think like 13 or something. 14.
I don't think I was in Boy
Probably.
Scouts. I'll tell you that. I think I was in Man Scouts at that point.
I think the beard is really that's you know when you finally start getting some facial hair that or at least it was shocking for me because I guess I got a big beard now but never ever had anything in high school.
I did not want to shave when I was like 15, so I had this like weird little mustache thing. I had to like fucking finally just shave one day. I hated it.
Oh yeah, I remember the mustache came kind of first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like my facial hair until I was like 26.
Yeah.
I didn't have facial hair at 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Started to have a little teeny sliver here. 24, 25, 26.
You really owe it to your family to rock whatever your dad has. I think we should start doing whatever our dads have. Yeah.
My dad has just a mustache. I'm not doing that shit.
So does Mike, right? Right?
Yeah.
No, he's probably got a little stubble and the mustache.
I forget what he does. He
Getting
changes
trendy.
it up.
It's getting trendy.
He's got a beard right now. He's full on beardman.
But he's
Not like
he's a
long.
stash man. He's like Tom Selleck with the stash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Historically.
He's always been historically stashy. So I am. I usually stash it when I don't have all this scruff. I might shave this scruff before I go to the airport. I don't want to get hemmed up.
Oh yeah, you're
What
about
the
to
hell
go
does
to.
that mean?
I don't want to
Talk
look like a
about your
terrorist.
trip, Mike. What are you excited about? Let's talk New Orleans with
It's
Mike
so
Tall
fun.
right now.
So funny.
I'm not. I'm stressed till I get on the ground there.
That is so funny. Mike gets stressed like a month out for stuff like flying.
Yeah,
I don't like it. It's
And
not
I think
fun.
I think you're headed to the murder capital of the USA. So be careful, my bro.
It was fine last time.
careful.
I think I saw a dead body though.
My buddy was there last time, like a few months ago, and he didn't know anything about cars. He called me. He was like, "Man, I'm leaving New Orleans, and man, my car sounds like a lawnmower." I said, "Someone stole your catalytic converter."
Oh no, that is supposed to be big down there.
He's like, "Yeah, man, my
Damn.
car's in the parked in the French Quarter for like 4 days."
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, dude. Why
Yeah.
would no? You don't bring
Let me
a car
take care
there.
of
You
that.
don't. Oh, you don't park your car in the city. Well, you don't park your car there. Are you crazy?
Well,
you, can't just,
yeah.
you can't just live there.
It's such an enabling culture because so many people will do that to you too.
Well, yeah, like the whole town will tell you, "Oh yeah, they're gonna steal it."
Yeah, what are you
I'm
crazy?
just a guy who visited once.
Supposed to leave your doors open and stuff.
Are you crazy living here? Are you crazy just live walking down the street?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, trust me. All the
Fuck all
like
that.
self-righteous locals tell you one trip's all you need to know everything. Yeah, you don't drive a car here. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't do this here or whatever. You're gonna.
And
don't drive
And
a
thank
car.
God that kind of
You
stuff
don't.
doesn't really
if you
happen
live in the
around
quarter,
here.
you don't try not to own a car or actually have a garage on your property, which is rare.
Because like
Everywhere you go,
it'd be really devastating. Even one window smash for me would be devastating to pay for. You know what I
Some
mean?
streets-
That kind of shit definitely happens in the city.
Yeah, my buddy lived in Baltimore before there were smartphones, and he would have to take his GPS off his window and like bring it inside every time, and then he would have to wipe the circle off the windshield that was left behind because they were like, they'll smash the window just because they see the suction cup circle on your windshield because they think maybe you put the GPS in the glove box.
And that
they
must
can
have
go
been back
pawn
in
it.
2010, something like that.
Yeah, 2009 or so. Yeah,
Yeah.
once you steal enough Tom-Toms, you know it's that easy.
Tom,
exactly.
Tom.
Yeah, he lived in a place where they would steal your TomTom. His parking lot.
I'll
was
drink to
not
that.
good.
I'll drink to that.
And I remember like leaving something in my car. Or no, I had to go smoke weed in my car because he was like really, really weird. He wouldn't let me smoke weed in his apartment. And I remember being like, it's in the middle of the night in Baltimore and it's shady as fuck at this
Oh,
place.
yeah.
And I remember like, I ran to my car to smoke weed in the middle of the night. Being like so scared, but it was worth it. 'Cause I had to go smoke weed.
You can't find out any tips on how to steal Tom-Toms.
How about catalytic converters?
Well, yeah, the car my friend drives was the Honda Element, same car I drive, and it is like one of the most notoriously targeted cars for stealing a catalytic converter because it's like perfectly high off the ground. And the catalytic converter is like right in the center on the
Oh,
back.
God.
So it's really easy to steal it. And they sell specific catalytic converter shields just for my car, like boxes you belt on
Gotcha.
around it.
Just
so they
extra
can't steal it.
defense.
Yeah.
And there's one Kia right now that can get hijacked with a USB.
Yeah.
Something about you've been hearing about that?
Yeah.
Because I heard about it. I don't know because of what, but apparently the computer.
Yeah, you can
Don't
turn it
rely
on.
too much on that computer, but check this out. How fast you can steal a converter? Real fast.
Yeah, they use a Sawzall.
Well, shit, with that, yeah. You can steal a lot of things with that, I bet, pretty quick.
But it's just an incredibly accessible car part.
And
And
then
my buddies, they actually got scared away from. His was still hanging off. It was there. But they had carved through both the oxygen sensor and something else there, so they had to get a new one.
so if you
See, your car sounds like a lawnmower, yeah.
holy shit. They just
That's the oxygen sensor connected to it.
God, that's crazy,
And
dude.
the thing is, you don't need a catalytic converter. It's just for emissions.
Some
If
places
you hate the
don't.
environment, fuck it.
Some states you need one, right? Some states you don't.
Some counties in Texas, you could drive to a different county and register your car there and get it inspected there. And it was a non-emissions county because it's like the middle of fucking nowhere, so you could have old trucks and shit. And it was cheaper to do it. But yeah, California, you definitely can't. You can't have anything in California. You can have certain like plastics there.
I don't think you can have a gas lawnmower anymore or something like that.
What?
Or like, what? There was
I
some
believe it.
crazy thing.
All
that just
cars
happened.
made in California, they're not going to make any gas-powered cars in there anymore.
They don't make
Something
cars
like
in
that.
California.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, can't manufacture.
Any
yeah.
factory there is like going to be making electric cars or something.
Is there a car factory in California?
Is there? It's big.
Got to be
What?
something, but nothing
No.
major. Nothing major. You know.
They're only in America. They're like only in like Ohio now.
Better know before you say.
In Detroit, they're all shut down.
And Tesla's where? Austin now?
I
Is
don't
that true?
know.
I don't know.
There
I
is
think
a
something
giant
like
dude. I used to drive by this place in Austin like every like few weeks, and it was the giant Tesla factory, and like they were teleporting shit there, dude. It was like just blowing up so fast.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tell you what they got. They got the Tesla Fremont factory. They got the Oakland assembly, the Maywood assembly, Long Beach assembly, A lot of assemblies, but that's not.
What kind of cars? I wonder. That's interesting. And I just know a
You're
lot
right.
of Hondas were assembled in Ohio for a while.
What's the May?
That my Element was put together in Ohio. I know that.
Ford Motor Company.
Then they moved a lot of them to Mexico, like a lot of like Mazdas and shit. You can like open the door and there's a lot of like Spanish like stickers and stuff just for the workers. Like where this one goes here, this one goes here.
What a crazy world we live in.
You would really blow my mind if you told me there was a car manufacturing plant in California.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, that's not the place to have a factory
Yeah,
or to
Why?
even base a business.
because of the
anymore.
laws, all the laws for
yeah.
like.
Well, I hate to tell
Everything.
you, they got Honda of downtown LA. They got Martin Wells Valve Seat Co. Automobile manufacturers and distributors, tire lot distributors. Florence. Well, we're getting out of it, but they got two.
Wait, Honda of downtown LA. What's
Yep.
that?
Automobile and manufacturers and distributors.
Yeah, if outsourcing to third world is on this end of the spectrum,
California.
California's on the other end of the spectrum.
Taxes and laws. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I'm wrong. They're putting together.
There's
some
like
sort of
high.
Honda.
There's like they got Amati Cars is there. They got Aptera Motors.
Yeah. They have all those people who put like retro mods on crazy cars. There's a bunch of them there. Like,
But
they're,
yeah,
like,
but I think
small.
they even said like lawnmowers and stuff. They're not doing it. Can't do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I love taking lawnmowers. I watch this guy on YouTube all the time. He's like, found this on free Craigslist, and it's just a lawnmower, and he takes it apart and find out what's wrong with it. It's just like one little thing.
I
People
bet.
just throw this shit away.
It'd be great to know that kind of stuff.
They're
You don't have to
trying-
know anything. You just have to have a YouTube account. I fixed
Yeah,
it. I fixed
yeah.
a lawnmower recently.
Huh.
They're
What,
trying
what's
to
it?
move towards gasless. 2024
Okay.
is what they're going for. Good luck.
Electric lawnmowers and shit suck.
Yeah, they don't work. You're gonna and weed whackers too. You're gonna go by some guy's house and he's gonna have like 8 gas lawnmowers hidden. He's gonna be like, these babies work best. I mow my grass at midnight.
And isn't there supposed to be like a diesel shortage or something like that? Didn't you hear about that? Like 15 days of diesel left in the country or something like that.
Good.
That can't be true. But
15
that'd
days
be
of diesel.
terrible. That would be terrible if it
15
was.
days of diesel is
Speaking of emission laws and stuff, they make you pour this exhaust fluid in your diesel tanks now. It's got diesel exhaust fluid.
Is there something
the
about
truckers are going to be out of biz.
What's this dated?
10/26/22.
Not too bad.
Like less than a week ago.
About
What are we doing?
week ago.
What's the diesel shortage, Mike? We're watching a dog commercial.
But yeah,
I like him. He's cute.
That was fucking crazy.
25 days of diesel left
25. Nice. We got 10 more
until
days.
we buy more from another country real quick. Right? That's how that works.
Hopefully.
Fucking Dubai.
Come on, Dubai, help us out with all your non-weed smokers.
I actually watched a thing about like the explosion of Dubai, and like you can watch. There's a lot of footage of it from like 2006.
Literal explosion from gas or figurative explosion from gas?
like figurative explosion.
Literally had to ask. Yeah. I was like, there a big explosion I didn't know about? There
Are
definitely
we-
could be.
running out of diesel. I wouldn't
You
say.
pulled up the
I would-
article.
No,
I still-
I'm
I
asking
still
the
remember-
question. I'm answering the question.
I still remember in the 6th grade in our little weird science class, reading in a textbook that we had, it said in the textbook, we had 40 years of gasoline left on this planet. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
And then, like, what year was that back when we
Dude,
were in 6th
dude,
They
grade?
hadn't found so many.
I guarantee you, the next sentence said, "Unless something happens," and then we did that something.
It could definitely. But I remember that, though. I remember that, though.
It scared you.
So
Yeah, I was freaked out. I was like, damn, that's a fact. It's in the book.
this guy who is the gas man,
Not
gas
that was
man
40 years
Crothers,
ago.
he says, the question, are we running out of oil? The answer, I wouldn't say running out, but with high demand as winter approaches for heating oil virtually the same as diesel, and with 1 million barrels less refining capacity than we had back in 2019, we're doing more with less. And strong demand has chiseled away at supplies. So yeah, we're running out.
Yep. But we keep finding more. We can find some more. Who
Oh, we
knows?
found a
I don't
pocket.
know. Found a little here, found a little there.
Well, they say that Russia is a huge diamond. Like, if they don't go mining for diamonds there or something,
Oh, okay. So they got some then.
all the diamond
Yeah.
mines is in Africa. But
They're all mined up.
if we were to access the diamond mines that are supposedly under Russia, it would like make the diamond level out to be worth like a penny.
Yeah.
Diamonds are not worth this anymore.
I've heard about that theory. Yeah, the diamond industry kind of they actually stockpile them, right? Isn't that what they say?
De Beers.
Yeah, something like that. De
But yeah, I wanted to
Beers.
say that Dubai thing I watched about Dubai exploding because they discovered a bunch of oil and stuff there, and that was definitely after that book was written.
What book? What book?
the book that said that there was 40 years left.
Oh, that. Yeah. Yeah.
So they found.
then they
that
found a
Dubai.
bunch in Dubai, and then they started balling out in Dubai.
So I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna rinse this other cup, and then we'll drink this IPA.
Drink
Mike.
them up.
Sounds great.
Let's get a man beer in here.
Women can't drink this beer.
Year of the man beer. Oh, yeah. Shit.
You know why? Because it's a man's beer. Ha ha. Sorry, ladies.
Man's world. That was a
feel
pretty
good.
good James Brown.
I make love good. I love that shit.
Look it up.
Oh, can we watch that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a man's world.
James Brown interview with that woman, and he's all lit up. We've not watched that on the
All
pod,
misogyny on this show is just for fun.
right? And then we can watch Sean Connery. Well, we have watched that on the pod. That was wild. The Sean Connery. Remember that, Mike?
Oh, yeah. He's like, sometimes if you just
Yes.
slap a woman, like, whoa, Shawnee.
Yes, what of it?
Yes, what's up? And I stand by it.
He starts
Wow.
getting up. He starts posturing toward her.
James Brown, it was like,
It's a man's world.
You're still singing there?
Because I'm nailing it, yeah. I'm nailing the drunk James Brown doing it.
What's your karaoke song?
Man, I don't know. That's a good question, though. We should get into that. What's your karaoke song?
Mine's Enya.
We welcome you, James Brown.
Oh, are you playing the Living in America? This is great.
cocaine.
Wrong.
Something wrong.
Nothing wrong at all. You're not in any difficulty, but you're out on bond.
No, I'm not.
Have all the charges been dropped?
I'm
I'm out on love.
I'm out on love.
Are you out on love or out of love? Which is it?
Out on love. Alone for
Cannot understand him.
find me.
Now, James, this isn't the first
I
time
don't
you and your
know.
wife have had a problem. Are the two of you going to be able to work this out?
Let's talk about some music.
You want to
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
get to the
music or
topic.
You want to talk about what happened?
No, it's all over.
We should watch
No,
Mike
it's all
Tyson
over.
call that guy a bitch now. Like, because you a bitch now.
He calls him more than that.
Oh, yeah. Well, can you pass me that cup?
Now, you're
Pass me your cup, too. I don't know why I gave them to you. Sorry.
James,
Oh, you're
aren't
good.
you concerned about
Yes, señor Scaramucci. No. Pakistan.
All right. Just turn this off. I'm watching.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a little
opening
lengthy. It's a little
a
lengthy.
fresh hop IPA.
questions about it?
I'm going to say
Stop it, Mike.
You stop it. Come over here and stop it yourself.
Why?
Because I
what-
want to be, you want to grab it. You just want to take me by the throat and just tell me what to do sometimes.
Well, I was just saying that it was making noise and it was playing in the background while we were talking.
Well, you obviously don't know what it's like to be in a man's world.
You're right.
Okay.
I'm a little girly.
Girl with a pussy.
That witch hat. Ever since the witch hat.
And when you try to rub one out, nothing comes out but air and dust.
Damn.
I'm tired of being the shoe heel here on
I'm
the
on
show.
I'm on my hormones.
I'm tired of it. Yeah, well,
What was your dictionary word? We titled that one episode.
Nothing.
All right, what brewery is this? Let's get into the beer.
that was
y'all.
like triggering to the. I mean, I did not see that coming that day.
Nah, we don't talk about it.
No, yeah.
I got a Sloop Brewing here. Never heard of them before,
Sloop Brewing.
but I've been looking for fresh hop IPAs because it's fresh hop season.
Jack is a connoisseur of the IPA, so let's
But
get
this
into a
one just
nice
says-
segment.
No boil hops, so I guess that's the same thing.
No boil.
Yeah, but taste it. It's unique.
All right, let's
Look
get
at the
into
color.
this one.
Happy.
Pretty pale.
What's she called?
Cloud Jumper by Sloop Brewing.
I like
Um,
it. I like it a lot.
God, it's good.
Double fresh pressed Interstellar. Come on. Cans to go.
Yeah, this is a very drinkable
go.
IPA. Shout out to them. Say the
So
brewery
good.
one more time because I've already forgotten.
Sloop.
Sloop.
It's a
I like
New
it.
England IPA, 6% ABV.
They're from New Hampshire.
Very good.
I wish we could see like a little profile instead of just.
I could see this getting a lot of people into IPAs, you know?
Well,
good.
a buddy of mine said he was getting into the New England IPAs, and I was like, "What does that even mean?" And now I know it all comes full circle. They're just
Hazies.
why New England?
Because West
I was
Coast
about
is
to
the
say
other.
I was about to say cloudy, but I guess hazy, yeah. Tastes
Yeah,
a little
New
hazy.
England is the hazies, Mikey. See, any IPA, New England.
Nebbia.
And
Niepa.
because they used to have American IPAs, and then those West Coasty boys were all like amber and malty.
Their shit tastes like a natty daddy, dude.
Yeah.
Pilsner.
And then the New England ones were all hazy and dank. So like we gotta differentiate even more here.
Yes, it's an actual beer style, and yes, it originated in New England. And even though it
they're
tends
so
to go
good.
by a lot of names, hazy, cloudy,
Thank you.
Nepia,
Cloudy.
the New England IPA remains one of America's newest and hottest craft beer
They're
styles.
pillowy on your mouth.
It is pillowy. I love how these words work because
Yeah.
that is definitely what it is too. It's
Someone
pillowy.
described that one time, and I was like, wow, yeah.
Dewey
I
has that
love
one
that.
with clouds on.
Yep.
That's good.
No.
It's
Burley
pillowy.
Oak has habitual with clouds all over it, too.
Very
You're
pillowy.
right. But you know what I'm talking about with the line worky clouds on the Dewey one? That one's really good.
Deweys are good, but they all start tasting the same. Like Burley Oak beers, I bet I could blind taste test a bunch of Burley Oaks and pick them out.
Yeah, it's almost like they have their proprietary blend and then they just fuck with a couple ingredients here
Sometimes
and there.
the hops have 3 different hops, and I'm like, wait, they sound like the same hops from the last one, but they're just in a different order. Does that mean there's more of this one this time than that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, because I mean, if there's 6 different types you can make and you use 2 per beer, you can make so many different combinations, and that's just all they're doing, right?
That's like why I like grabbing random ones with weird hop names. Like the new slip-ons from RER has those grungiest hops or whatever. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'll try that. And they're good. Never had it before. They're good. But then you look it up, you're like, this is a variety of hops specifically made in New Zealand, and we'll never have it again. And you're like, okay.
You can really taste the hops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had one. There's some that are made with like hop hash, where they like make like concentrate from the hops,
wow.
like weed, and then
and they make the beer out of it.
Dry hopped?
Well, I
Like the
can't remember what-
powder?
I can't remember what beer. I used to drink it at this one bar, and it was made with hop hash.
What?
So is it even more alcoholic, or is it just tastes hoppy?
It tasted.
Because hops is just flavor, right?
It was probably pretty strong. It's probably like 7 or 8%, but
Is
just
it-
tasted crazy. Google hop hash IPA.
I did, but okay, so you know that we all know Sweetwater Brewing. They're saying they have one. This one's called by Powell Brewing. Yakima Valley hops. I just wanted to know like if it was a thing, like having hop hash at the brewery. Like we just bought hash.
It wasn't the Sweetwater one.
It's got look at it. It just looks like regular hash.
Yeah,
It's like they spelled it with it. Look at it. It looks like weed.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
Keef.
Hey man, I had someone tell me that you don't hold brass knuckles the way you think you do today, and I don't believe them.
That's
yeah.
Keith Wellington.
Who was I talking to? We had brass knuckles recently, and I was holding them. And they're like, "Are you holding that right?" And I was like, "Yes."
No, it wasn't me. I wasn't.
Where were we? Was it you?
That sounds kind of familiar. Like, was the conversation whether or not to have it on the inside or outside of the knuckles?
Yeah.
Yeah, check this out.
You had the thing on the inside.
They're arguing that the way to hold them.
Full screen now.
I could see benefits to either way.
No, you do not hold it like that.
I could see benefits to either way. I could see that doing some, but like, yeah, but then
It's
it,
not
but then it
designed to
causes
hold
you to
that way.
punch in a bad way.
You really
Yeah.
thought you held it that way?
No, I was told today that you wouldn't believe you were supposed to really hold it this way.
Yeah,
No, that's not the way you hold it.
it's just there to strengthen. Yeah, that would. Yeah, yeah.
That's the wrong way.
More common,
That's the way you hold it.
sliding it
Yep.
all the way back onto your hand. You don't want to do that. If you punch something with it, it's going to hurt your hand. This
Well, yeah, but you're hurting them way more. It's gonna hurt your hand no matter
You're
what.
punching, it's coming like that, but you're not going to hurt your hand. You're going to hurt whatever you're punching, but you'll be fine. So to recap, don't hold it
USA.
like that. Don't-
South
Yeah,
Pole
that's
t-shirt.
like the dumb way to hold
I
it.
think you just gotta do what works for you. You know.
But that way is going to. The way with that thing sticking out from your hand is really going to break your hand.
I'll tell you what I've seen in a movie only. I've seen a brass knuckles like that, like a bladed brass knuckle. Like you punch the dude's throat and it just instantly slit it.
Yeah.
What are those?
Or no, actually, that was in a movie where Tom Hardy just hit him hard enough where it broke his neck in half from hitting him with regular brass knuckles.
What are those stupid things called? Are they called like safety batons? Like it's like a keychain gadget.
It's a
That pe-
spike.
Oh, those are awesome.
Safety spike.
Those will
Yeah,
fuck you up.
I feel like that is horse shit.
What? It's obviously
Yeah.
a weapon.
I got to see it though. Is what we're talking about? What are they
Samantha
called?
has one that's like this long, and it's got a huge spike on the end, and it has like these finger things where, like, if you fucking whack somebody with that, holy shit,
Yeah, yeah. I could if it's got if you could
you stab somebody with that one.
you could get a good blow in. You could get a good blow in, I guess. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it's really not showing what I thought it would easily show. Those spike
I see that.
keychains
Oh, I see those. Yeah.
that are like they riveted out and stuff. Self-defense spike. It's not coming up the way I thought. There they are. Those little guys. Yeah, like
Oh, was that
you
the one you're talking about, Jack?
Yep.
You grip the whole thing and you get them with that tip, and it's like not gonna. It's gonna What will it will fuck them
I
up?
can see that going through the skin with enough force. Hell yeah, right?
Or if it doesn't, it's going to be like, ow!
really bad, and like, or go through a rib, like in between one. Ah!
I'd be going for the head.
Oh.
In the
What are you gonna
neck.
hit him with, an uppercut or a downward?
Oh
Man,
my
I'm going
God,
towards-
we're getting spammed. We're getting spammed. Private dating chat girls, y'all. Check
That's
out the
sick.
comments. We're getting spammed right now.
I'm horny. Let's hit him up. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the YouTube. Shout out to xxx69.online for being such big fans of the show.
Don't even acknowledge. Don't even acknowledge them. But isn't this beer delicious? I should have brought 2.
It makes me happy.
It's
inside.
cloudy. It's pillowy. And it's delicious.
Pillowy as a descriptor.
So much better than the fruit beers.
It's a nice change of pace. We get
The
a lot
thing
of
is,
fruit in here.
I came to visit for Christmas one time, and Mike had all the fruit beers. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I went back to Texas looking for them. I couldn't find anything, so I bought a bunch of these different IPAs and finally settled on ones I liked. And this is it. Oh, yeah, and I found the IPA with hot hash that I used to drink.
Oh, cool.
It's by Tups, Mikey. Remember
Tups?
Remember Tups?
Tubbs Brewing has some of the coolest as far as
It's
can
called
art.
Evil Dankster.
Oh, that's cool.
Tubbs Brewing. What was man? If we're just going to talk about beer, we can talk about it all night long.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack's about to go to a festival. Have you looked into who's going to be there?
Every brewery ever. And I was at the bar the other day, and I heard one of the guys that works there talking about how they're like running out of space.
Look at the core lineup.
Going to the old Burley Brew Bash, aren't you?
Yeah, and I paid to go an hour early.
Nice. Jack's going to be in there. He's going to be drunk first. Yeah, he got the drunk first pass. Yeah. He got the Icebreaker Extreme edition.
I'm just riding with this guy, and he got that pass, and I'm like, fuck, I can't just wait outside for
That's
an hour.
funny. I'll be sleeping in the car.
yeah.
I'll be listening to the game.
Right. You get the
Listening to the game is funny as shit, dude.
you get the early pass to the 11 o'clock festival, so you start drinking at 10.
No, it's 12. Oh, wait. Oh, my God.
Start drinking at 11.
Oh, my God. Does it really have to?
I don't know.
I hope I don't have to be there at 10. That's stupid.
10
That
a.m.
property's cool. You'll be able to chill.
Shoo.
Like in the car on property.
Yeah, I'm
Honestly,
making a bunch of stuff to give away. I got all these baggies. I'm going to put my business card in there and maybe like some turp pearls and a marble and hand it out. Then some one hitter, hand it out.
That's cool.
That's
I
awesome.
think you'll do well.
Marketing event.
Yeah, you'll do well.
networking on is smart there.
I'm going to write it off.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk. Let's go roll back real quick.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Right
What do you know about the Weeblos?
I don't
Yeah.
know anything.
That's one of the ranks in the Boys or the Cub Scouts.
Adventures for fourth graders. So it's so this puts me in a place. I was in fourth grade.
Full disclosure, I love the Boy Scouts.
Fourth graders work towards Weeblos rank. Then you become a Boy Scout after Weeblos.
that's a
Cub
Boy Scout
Scouts, Weeblos, Boy Scouts.
Oh yeah, Weeblos is like an intermediate.
That's
thing.
when I touched butts. When I was in Weeblos.
Wait, you did what?
Wait, that slipped
I
by.
remember I said at the end of I think it was the end of that pre-Halloween episode. I think Jason didn't feel like talking about it on Halloween. But I feel like talking
Oh,
about it.
Jason. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what did you do? You touched, huh?
I touched heinies with another man. Another
Damn.
boy.
Were you sleeping in the same sleeping bag? Is that what you're
No,
doing?
no. It was like broad daylight. We had
Oh, it
just
was
gotten
daytime?
we had just gotten the tents up and we were all like getting into shit. We're like, all right, we can go down to the lake, or we could touch butts here in the
Damn.
tent.
Cheek
Pretty
to
much
cheek?
tru-
We're talking
pretty
cheek to
much
cheek?
Truth or dare. Just playing truth or dare.
We're talking cheek to cheek?
Yeah.
Damn.
And now that it's all out on the table, man, we can talk about who was there.
Can
And
we?
Is it okay to? Yeah.
Hey, don't drop the names full, okay?
I don't
Because
think
we've
we
been
should.
doing that, and now we're not doing the full names.
Come on, man.
Give me a first name, just a first name, if you want to go name.
James,
Nice.
Billy,
I was gonna say Billy.
Josh.
Josh.
Barry
a lot of
Carl.
Joshes. That's good though.
There they are, and then me, 4 dudes in a tent.
And they're just watching that like, hell yeah, they're touching.
Don't worry,
butts.
because the only
Yeah, now touching butts.
this is why we do this, man. He could be listening, bro. Yeah, don't tell me that no young boys never touched no butts. It was
Yeah, what's-
came up in a dare.
What'd
and
you
then
do?
Before the smartphone, you did
I wish I could just
wild
show you what
shit,
I did.
You know.
I would just pull my pants down ever so gently and just back up into this wall and pretend that was another person's butt.
So you were standing up.
Like in as much as you could stand up in a tent. I mean, you're like.
You can leave your pants on. And you touch your butts together?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know why. It started out as the dare, and then I think we went again just out of without even
He's like
liked
feeling
it.
the warmth, feeling the.
It was warm.
you
It
know.
did.
It was one.
And I'll never forget Billy
He was feeling it pressed
for
flat,
a fucking like
you know.
5th grader or whatever had hairy ass.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the hell? It's not like my ass is like a
it
bare
was
little
it was a learning
shine.
experience. Mike really learned a lot, you know.
You touch butts with another guy, you really learn.
And some guys are hairy asses. Who knew? You know?
And then I really want to know now that it's out on the table, and if they do listen, if James remembers, because I think that I've hinted at it before. So you ever remember
Our friend James?
Yeah,
Oh, he was there?
yeah.
I'm sure he remembers.
We had just gone to camp and shit.
He doesn't want to bust
You
your
don't
balls
forget
about
that
it.
kind of shit, dude. I can't imagine like just being there witnessing it. And I'm pretty sure the one instigating was Burry. Like the dare was given, or maybe it was one of those things where like we dared ourselves. It was like, maybe we dare each other to touch butt.
Holy shit. One time in my neighborhood when I was growing up, this kid always made, he's like, to hang up here, you have to take your dick out and put it out the window or show it out the window to everybody. It was like his second floor. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. He's like, well, you got to leave then. I was like, fine, I'm leaving. He's like, everybody else did it. And I was like,
They stuck their dicks out the window?
they were being weird to me. Like, and I was like, I'm leaving, dude. Y'all are trying to make me take my dick out.
trying
I'm
to make me get arrested.
I'm out of this motherfucker right now.
In a treehouse
No, like in his upstairs at his house.
That's
to come in where?
To like hang out at their house. Like, if you want to hang out here, you got to do this.
And then one person's gonna be like, "You showed your dick."
Yeah, like, I'm not doing that. I'm leaving. I remember I told my mom.
Yeah, and
my
then the
mom was
mom's
like,
outside and they sees your dick, and then that's weird.
I told my mom, and she was like, "That little pervert." That was awesome.
Wow.
That little pervert. Did she let you go over there again?
No, but it was like in the neighborhood, so it was like one of those things where she didn't really have control. Where I was in all sorts of houses. I was in a house where this dude had a handgun, a 22, in his house, and he had put. His parents were gone. Who knows where they were? And he had put mattresses on a couch, and he was shooting a gun in his house.
Are you kidding me?
No, I swear
You're
to
serious?
God. I
No,
swear to
He
God.
was
That's
shooting
the
a
kind of shit
mattress?
we
He was
need.
shooting a mattress?
Yes.
And that was sufficient? Are you kidding me?
It was a 20. Yeah. Maybe it was.
Because I don't know
going
much
through.
about guns, I
It was
guess.
a gun. It was
But-
not a. It was not a pellet gun or an air gun. It was a gun.
A 22 handgun should.
But I
I
remember.
guess, is that through a mattress or no?
But
Not-
no, it was
not
not
two.
just. It was not just a mattress. It was like
Yeah.
a mattress and pillows, and it was a.
Oh my God.
bullet
That's
trap he had built,
hardcore,
dude.
man. That's hardcore.
Holy shit!
He was shooting a
The old
gun.
gun range in the kitchen. You know?
Yeah, and then I remember I was like, I came over there to play Halo because he was the only kid with Xbox when Xbox first dropped. Like,
course he had
Xbox was
Halo.
out, and I was like, can we just play Halo now, dude? I don't want to shoot the gun.
Shoot the gun every time I shoot the gun.
This
the
dude was
loudest.
dangerous as shit, dude. But
They-
he's completely unsupervised in a huge, nice house.
Or like you turn up Halo really, really loud to kind of mask it from the neighbors.
But the thing is, like a lot of kids, like you hear all these podcasts, these kids are like, yeah, we were smoking cigarettes and doing all this crazy shit. But none of my friends were doing that. We were like shooting guns in a house
In a
and playing
house.
Halo unsupervised.
I've never heard of that. That's pretty hardcore. That's pretty hardcore.
Pretty hardcore.
I mean, that's loud too. In a house?
22 just
Wow.
cracks.
yeah, it wasn't that loud. It wasn't that loud at all.
Really?
But
I figured just in the house it would be so loud.
I don't remember being that loud. But I remember this other guy had a pellet gun that he would take paper and wad it up in a spitball and shoot it out of the pellet gun. And he shot my other friend with this shit.
Oh my God.
And it went into his leg and like ripped a big seam up his leg. Like,
Yo.
like probably like
Just a
three
spitful?
Fuck.
So now you got spit in your leg.
three
Yeah.
quarters of an inch big, and it was just bleeding all over the place. And my one friend was like, "What the fuck, man? Why'd you do that?"
Dude, that's really crazy.
Just
Who are these
angry,
kids? What the fuck
angry,
is wrong with you?
angry that he shot him with this pellet gun. He's like, I thought because they would take this pellet gun, we would put like the spitball in it and shoot at the mirror in his bathroom, and it'd go poof. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. The one time he got the watch thing to shoot my buddy in the fucking leg.
Oh my God.
And it started bleeding profusely immediately. And we were like, whoa.
The truth is that moment is nothing more than the same impulse that overtakes you when you're like driving. And you're like, I'm on the bridge.
Nah, it's like, fuck that guy. Nah,
No,
it's like,
it's like It could have been a real gun, and that you guys could have been like 10 years older, and the same thing would happen. He would have gotten shot in the leg with a real gun.
I think he thought like, hey, it blows into a million pieces on the
Yeah,
on
he
the
saw it
mirror.
explode on the mirror. He thought, I'm a poof on my friend here.
Yeah,
He knew it was going to make him bleed.
He learned about
him up.
surfaces and hardness and what it means to be hard.
I believe he knew that there was going to be bloodshed.
it fucked him up, dude.
I remember this was the most malicious shit ever. I like had a CO2 airsoft BB gun. You could load metal into it or plastic, and I was like, I remember my CO2 being low and it getting weaker, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot my sister with a metal BB and see if it makes her bleed. Pow! No, I was like an instant thought, and I just did it. And
Whoa.
it didn't make her bleed.
Yeah.
It made her.
Where'd you shoot her?
Or in the leg, point blank, like that.
And your thought was, I
And
want
it
to
was-
see if she'll bleed.
She didn't even cry. It was like so fast, and it was just like, I just
And
did.
what was
She was
it?
almost so shocked that it was like a whole like ha 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 ha. And I was like,
And what kind
okay?
of device was it again that you
like
got with?
like a dangerous CO2 powered BB gun. Like if it had a full
Airsoft, right?
CO2,
Airsoft?
it would have gone in, or if it was fully loaded CO2. But I did know that the CO2 was low, but I still was like, it was like that fucking thought. Am I gonna turn my car off the cliff? Am I gonna? What's another one where you're at like the top of a thing in the theme
No,
park?
the
and,
main
like,
one you think about is like you see somebody standing over there and they're looking. You're like, I could push that one.
I
You know
haven't
the one I
seen-
get, honestly? When
Yeah.
I'm holding a knife, a kitchen knife. It's like, yep, could just plunge this right into my stomach. You know what I mean? Like
Your stomach?
or just anything. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you
this
stand
thing,
there and with the-
like minimal pressure, it could go into flesh.
You're like,
you know.
What's that? The Mummy, where she does the silhouette. You see the silhouette of her do it.
Speaking of the
Or you just
beginning of
put
the
a knife
Mummy.
to your hand and you're like, a little bit of force, and this could go through it.
Yeah, and then your whole
Knocks
day
in the
is
mold.
different. You're in the hospital all night.
Knife in my hand.
No, the BB gun story though reminded me of I used to hang out with like you ever have like your parents have a friend and then like you go hang out with them and you're gonna hang out with their kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Dude, I had a friend like that and he was kind of scary, dude. He would like
Always.
I would like be alone with him and be kind of scared of him because he was fucking crazy. Like we would be swimming in this pool and I'd be swimming and he would jump off the side of the pool and like try to just land on my back and shit, like try to fuck me up, like try to really
Wrestling
hurt
fan.
me, you know. And I remember one time we were at a big event, like it might have been like a
I would have
4th of July or just a Memorial Day, a big event party, cookout thing at a house we don't normally hang out. And this guy had like a pond on his property. It was a nice house.
Yeah.
And
lake
they-
house.
And we found out in his shit, we found a air rifle with BBs in it. And we were shooting shit. And I remember at one point we were running and I was running and I turned around and I look at him and he has the air rifle and he's pointed it at me. And he turns and he shoots me and he hits me right above
Oh
my
my
eye.
god! Like kids are
Because
crazy.
you looked.
I turned. I'm sorry, I looked at him.
I'm just saying.
I
you
shouldn't have looked at him. I was running and I turned and looked at him and he was
running with you.
Huh?
Running
we
with.
were supposed to be, but we were both running like, let's go over here. And I'm running and I turn it around and he's not with me. And then he stopped and aimed at me with this rifle.
Damn.
And I turn around and look and it hits me like in the eyebrow. Like if I had been like
Damn.
a
man.
little bit
Yep,
taller, it would hit
yep.
me right in the eye.
Terrible. Terrible.
And I'm bleeding all over the place, like profusely
Yo,
immediately.
no way.
And then I go to my parents, and my dad's just like mad at me immediately. For, like, I gotta leave this fucking party. And he goes,
Mad at you?
yeah, because you guys were out there playing around.
Throw that little
Because
fucker
he
off
doesn't
a
know what's
cliff.
going on, but damn it, if you were just not doing anything, this
Yeah.
wouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
Fuck, why do you have to
exactly,
do
yeah.
anything at all? You
Yeah.
bitch.
All the while he's hanging out with Damon from The Omen.
Yes.
Damien,
Exactly, dude. I'm out with
Yeah.
this kid. I don't need.
you're making me hang out with this fucking mongoloid over
He's
here.
not normally my
play
friend.
with
You know, like
me.
he's not my
Christ.
friend. He's not in my class.
That makes me so mad.
And yeah, and he hit me in the face. And then I remember like going to the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Okay, you're okay." They stitched it up or something, and then they're like, "There's some scar tissue in there." And I remember like weeks later, I was like feeling on my forehead, and I was like,
A little chunky.
"The BB is in my forehead."
Oh,
know
God.
it.
I could feel it
Yeah.
rolling around in there.
Damn, they let that one slide.
Yeah, they missed it because the doctor was like, there's some scar tissue up there.
It's a BB.
And then I remember having to go back to the doctor.
Scar tissue, it just
And
happened.
I
Yeah,
had
what
to-
is wrong with that guy?
How could there be scar tissue?
Exactly. It's swollen or whatever. And I had to go and have it surgically removed, this BB. And it's in a bag somewhere at my parents' house.
I remember one time as a kid, I was at a friend's house, and just like we were out in the backyard, and all of a sudden he would just like, ah, and like he was like, my neighbor, and like we didn't see anybody or anything. He's like, my neighbor just shot me with a BB gun, and he was like, he had this huge welt, and he was like, it has to be like he just shot me with a BB gun. Then we went inside.
Where'd he live?
I forget where he lived, but he was
He
in
didn't live
a,
in Willow Creek, did he?
It was a really rich neighborhood. It was a really rich neighborhood.
One time we used to take my friend. He had a paintball pistol.
Oh no!
It was a pistol. It had a magazine, but it also had a mode where you could just load one in, and at the top you just cock it back, put the one in. That's how we would use it. It was a nice pistol. It was so accurate. We'd shoot his backboard on his basketball hoop or whatever.
Yeah.
Pow! Again, explode, just fun. And I remember one time we were shooting the backboard and we missed somehow, and we just hear, "Mom!"
Oh my god. That's why. That was the exact
the house
situation.
behind.
How
like-
do you end up hitting someone?
I don't know. We don't know if it actually hit someone, but we were like, just happened to be shooting at this backboard, missed, and then like a few seconds later here,
Maybe he thought he was under attack.
we might have not hit at someone. It might have been completely unrelated, but remember we were panicked and ran inside.
And the mom
or
and
something.
the mom in this story did call next door and confirmed, yes, the kid shot him with the BB gun. It was
That's
just kind
fucked
of
up.
crazy.
I'd be doing more than calling.
Yep, yep.
Come
It was
on, man.
confirmed.
Sniper
she was
on the roof?
upset too.
Sniper
Basically,
on the roof.
Basically.
Could have been his dad's 22, is what I'm saying.
We got real,
Shit's scary.
we got real big in the slingshots at one time. Those wrist ones where they would sit on your wrist.
Oh, wow.
You beans.
Yeah, dude.
And I remember
those,
we were shooting at shit one day, and I remember I shot a goose right in the head.
Nice.
And I felt so fucking
Did it
bad,
explode?
dude.
That little
No,
head,
it just
the
got
little head of his. Yeah, yeah.
all fucked up and died.
I got one.
And I felt horrible, dude. You ever kill something like that and feel horrible?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you should feel great, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't feel as great.
But like,
as
it's
you
one of those
thought.
things like, I'll shoot that goose. I know I'll nail it in the head with the ball bearing.
Nailed it.
Me and James used to go, and on his, like the old property or whatever where we used to hang out, we would go out to the dock and just shoot guns in the water, shoot guns downstream. We were pretty safe. James was pretty safe about it, but I remember he was like, "Go ahead, crack one off," and we were on the way to the dock, and I just shoot up it in the trees, and what falls down to my feet?
A bald eagle.
A beautiful fucking blue jay.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me? These
No,
are great
one
stories
pellet
tonight,
had just
boys.
caught
These
it
are
right-
mind-blowing. Are
one
you kidding me? A
pellet.
blue jay?
Right through the
What are the
white
odds?
of his chest, and I was like, I picked it up. I was like, James.
And that was a random shot. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I literally go.
I would feel
that's
so
that's
bad.
out of a corny comedy. You know what I mean? Like, and
Maybe I aimed. Maybe I even like looked, but it was like such a quick thing, and then it fell.
Wild.
And James was like, "Holy
Wild.
shit!" We put it in the river. It floated downstream.
a blue
like the
jay of all
Simpsons.
these. Not a
Simpsons.
pigeon.
They're
not
big.
not
It was like the size of a woodpecker.
not a robin.
It's like
Yeah.
big at your feet. You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, it's big.
They are big birds.
In The Simpsons, he goes to shoot that bird.
Yes, and he tries to. Oh man, you got it. Even with the crooked sight, he tries to miss it.
You accounted for the 3-inch curve to the right.
You're a true killer, man.
That's what that reminded me of for some reason.
Yeah, we're recently just started watching The Simpsons from the beginning because we got this Disney Plus. So that's quite the journey.
We were talking about it the other day that it was on Disney Plus, and I was talking about watching it, and I haven't gotten to it yet.
It's classic.
3 to 13.
Yeah, that's the gold. That's the gold right there.
We were watching.
But it's still good. I just watched the Treehouse of Horror and I was laughing my ass off.
The
I
new
was
one?
like, yep, brand new.
What was the whole shtick on that?
I thought that was just the episode before the Treehouse of Horror, and I was like, they kind of abandoned the normal formula. But nah, the next episode was the real Treehouse of Horror, and the treehouse is back and the 3 stories and everything like that.
Oh, thank God.
Yep, and it's always just them
Is
doing.
it 3? It's 3 stories and a half an hour.
Yeah. So it's always them like making fun of like horror movies, and they do like the Babadook and like a couple other things in this one. Gotta love The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, they did a Death Note inspired.
Oh yeah,
Tone.
and Death Note was funny. That was funny.
Is
And
Death Note the anime?
Yeah, and I don't even know much about that, but I know it exists, and
That's
looks
a-
pretty cool.
In the cultural zeitgeist, as they would say.
Yeah, I mean,
That one pop song talks
I almost said
about it.
hentai, but that is porn, right?
Remember?
Yeah.
hentai, that's
Yeah,
porn.
hentai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost said hentai.
But dude, the one pop song says, "If I had a Death Note." Remember that song?
Nope.
He doesn't know that. That's Seiko.
Oh, is that who that is?
Yeah, he's like pop punk, TikTok pop punk.
Oh, I thought it was a pop.
Death Note.
I thought it was the other kid, but yeah, you're right. I thought it was the guy from.
You're thinking of when our boy Israel does there's an anime called Death Note, and he gives every one of his enemies a death note, and then he gives them death in a note and kills them.
Dude, Israel Adesanya explains that to a reporter one time. You seen that?
He's like, I love it's anime. called
Yeah,
Death
yeah, I have seen
Dude,
that.
awesome. He basically Just gives him the whole synopsis of the show.
Speaking of Izzy, can we make predictions for the big UFC coming up next weekend?
He'll win.
You got Izzy, and he's going up against, what's that guy's name? Petraea, something like that?
The guy who beat him before.
The only guy who ever beat him. And he looks good. He doesn't look like a slouch at all. He looks like he is a lean, mean striking machine.
What's the date of this fight? Is it the 12th? It's not this weekend, is it?
It is Saturday.
It is this weekend?
It is Saturday. Yep.
Check
I'm
it
going to
out.
miss it.
Oh.
I'm going to pass out drunk early.
I know you said it was you feeling dark all week, so is that
Maybe I can pass out drunk early, wake up, and catch this.
Yeah.
like the theme for me? I'm an artist. It just works. I didn't plan on.
God, he's the coolest, dude. He came out as The Undertaker last time.
On Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Might just okay. So Wednesday nights when we're wrestling.
It's hard to say when he's going to talk about that, but
You know what? I'm not going to bet against him this time. Yeah, I'm going to go Stylebender. We all going Stylebender on this one?
I can't not. He's my favorite.
And he wins every time.
When he fought Paulo Costa, I remember my heart was...
Did he lose against somebody?
No. Wait, no. Yeah, and when he went up a weight class.
When he went up, who was that, though?
I can't remember. But it wasn't even that. It was a decision, so it wasn't even that crazy.
But it was an up a weight class. But who was it? I can't remember.
I hate my life.
we'll take away from that. Did you know he even took it a step further and did this against Robert Whitaker moments before they locked horns in the octagon? He wrote down,
He wrote him a death note, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's why he had to explain it.
And then look what someone made, fan service.
Just watch me, El. I'll solve equations with my right hand and write names with my left.
It's like to the anime.
Right? I have a Shinigami with me.
Oh, God, this isn't what I thought it would be. I'm sorry, guys.
Like, he's not gonna last. I just wrote his name in the death note, and those who know the rules of the death note, they know there's a certain time frame.
Oh, shit.
That
That's exactly what we want.
the Shinigami will get you.
That's right. I am Kira.
Shinigami will get you.
Oh, he popped him. Oh, yeah, UFC gets a little touchy about their copyright stuff, so we should probably tread lightly, but that is awesome. I love seeing him
Dana
work.
White can kick rocks.
I love seeing him work, man. But is his name Petraea? Something like that?
I can't remember.
Yeah, type in
I haven't
UFC
been
and then
watching
see
the-
what the highest number is that comes in after that.
I haven't been watching the UFC.
281.
281. Yeah, click on that. Yeah. Adesanya versus Pereira. This
Oh,
is
we can't
going.
show this.
No, that's fine. Just the ad right there. Just no video content. That's going to be nice, though. I can't wait for that.
I got
Is it at 10
scared.
p.m.?
Yeah, I'll miss it too, honestly, because I'll be working. But I'll probably put it on my phone and just prop it up
How do
somewhere.
you watch it?
Maybe a little thing called methstreams.com. But I might.
Meth streams?
Yeah,
Jeez.
literally.
I watch crack streams.
It's no more now. It's called Meth Streams.
Crack
When's the last time
streams.com?
you've been on it? Is it still around? Because I couldn't find it, but then it was called Meth Streams. How funny is that?
That's awesome. They're smart.
Yeah.
But you watch crack streams at IO or whatever?
Yeah, yeah. I
gone?
think it's the same company.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I haven't watched it in actually, my old roommate, I go on Discord and he streams it for me. So yeah, he's amazing at it. He pull up two different sites. And so if one fucks up, we're like, boom, pop over to the other one.
Yep.
One time we were all watching it at my house. We were yelling, Adrian, please change that. And then he did.
Hey,
Taking care
do you
of it.
see the Jake Paul fight where he fought?
Dude, it
What'd
was
you think
awesome.
about that?
Knocked down Anderson Silva, dude.
Because everyone. I mean, not everyone, but in every single Jake Paul fight, there's been somebody saying it might have been fake. And in this one, I felt like they kind of had an argument. There was an angle where it looked like he almost missed him on the knockout punch.
Yeah, he missed him. He threw a right hand after the left hand, but he's fallen down from the left hand.
From the other hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got to see it
there's
again.
all these. I saw the same thing. What? Joe Rogan? Yeah.
There's all this one day ago speculation shit.
So
Is this
stupid.
new?
Yeah. So stupid.
He
though.
knocked him the fuck out. That guy's a washed up has been.
Yeah. It's like, when's he going to really just get
You
in
really
there?
don't think Jake Paul can punch hard enough to knock him down?
Yeah,
No,
that
I
dude
really
is
do. I think he
done.
can. I think he can punch
No,
really
I'm not
hard.
talking to you. I'm
No,
sorry.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at you. I'm sorry. But like, it just people are saying that. Like, if you don't think, get out, take a punch from him.
Young blood versus old has been. You're gonna get your lows.
I mean, the Nate Robinson knockout is still one of the most vicious knockouts I've ever seen.
Was so. I remember watching that on my phone and being like, just silent after seeing it. Like,
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh,
Yeah,
my
go ahead and
God.
throw that. I think it'll be fine. We'll be fine. This is. I've never seen someone get
This
flattened
is so
hard.
sad. Full fight.
And this
It's
guy,
on YouTube. That's awesome.
I think he's like a one-time NBA All-Star. He won the dunk contest like 2 times.
Oh, he won the dunk. That
Yeah,
that's
yep,
cool.
Won the dunk contest twice.
But dude, he gets knocked down and gets
Here it
right
is.
back up. Show the knockdown beforehand.
I
yeah.
just fucked up.
You have to show the knockdown right before it. He's
The
so
knockdown
tired.
already happened, I think.
I don't think so because it happens and he gets right back up.
No,
and
you're
knocks the
right.
Fuck out.
It hasn't happened yet.
If I'm not mistaken.
I'm taking the volume down a little
See,
bit.
he gets knocked down there.
Nice, yep,
And
so-
he gets right back up after this. See, look, he looks so sad.
He thought that was supposed to be it. It's over. Oh, man. I don't know.
And then he runs right at him here and
yeah.
gets absolutely obliterated. And it's hard to watch.
Yeah, I think that he thought that maybe him going down there was the end of it. He's like, okay, this has got to be over. Just beat me up. Here we go. All right.
Or he's like, I got a little bit of energy left. Let's muster up everything I have, and we're gonna go everything we got. We're gonna
that.
Boom.
Oh!
Yeah, he really.
It was less him running more at him than I remember, but
Yeah, rarely
He
do
did
you
go
see
towards
people.
him.
He seemed unconscious before he hit the ground, and that's rare. That's rare.
He seemed sleepy.
that looks so bad, dude.
He seemed very sleepy. He was like,
I had gone out to dinner that night with some people who didn't care about that, so I like couldn't watch it like while I was at dinner.
Yeah.
But in the car ride home,
oh, yeah, he's in
I was in the back seat watching it on my phone, and I caught that the last round, and then I was just silent. I was like, that should. I just remember thinking that should have never happened.
Yep. He's got to fight someone who is a boxer.
Because was that the first high profile fight that Jake Paul had?
I mean, yeah, it was that one.
Because I remember watching promotion up to it and then thinking he looked like he was looking pretty good. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, he looks strong
And
and he
what I
punches
saw
hard.
of the fight before that other guy looked horrible.
That Nate did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then when he took that he shouldn't have had to go through that.
Oh yeah, and do you see the bet that took place? That if Anderson Silva lost, that him and Jake would have to join forces and make their own fight league, or no, not league, an organization. It was part of like their press conference, but it could have been totally bullshit. But that's what they were saying.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're gonna create an organization to get fighters better pay, and they shook on it and everything. They shook hands.
They've been talking about that for the UFC for a long time. It's really sad some of the stuff they have to go through.
Yeah, but at the same time, start your own fight league. You know,
start your own fight club in your
What do you
basement.
mean?
like, are you saying what exactly were you saying? I guess.
That a lot of the UFC fighters are exploited and underpaid
Yeah, but like don't fight
for the UFC.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Who you
Like
gonna fight for?
What should they do? Just go bag groceries?
whatever you think is a better job, because like, why are you doing that? You know.
You know what? Elon Musk needs
Well,
to make a fighting division where everyone can fight for free.
Well, they should get paid more. Like they have to wear Reebok and shit. They can't wear their own. They can't have their own sponsors. They're put into a
And
back
that's
in a
what.
corner, and that's why a lot of people are leaving the UFC.
And I
About-
totally agree with you, but that's why someone else needs to create a competing league.
Like
Or the
Elon.
UFC should just stop being such a fucking dick about it.
But if there was a competing league, they would lose people to it. You know what I mean? I think it's a matter of time. Someone's going to create this league, and it's going to really stir things up.
Yeah, it sucks that they have to really get destroyed for nothing.
Because I guess Bellator is there. You know what I mean? But I guess people choose UFC over Bellator because of the obvious advantages. You know,
It's like gambling, dude. Mm-hmm. It's like they are like, I could.
Exactly.
If I happen to. It's like Michael Chandler left Bellator, but he was the champion at Bellator.
man. I wanted to see him win every single fight. I really like Michael Chandler.
But I
I
think
like the way he
he's-
fights. He's entertaining.
He's made enough money.
And yeah, his Bellator days, he was a specimen.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I like him. He's like, what, 5'6"?
He's a Showtime killer. Like, he is great
He's
to
cool.
watch.
What do you got, Mikey?
Tanzania plane crashed, trending 19 hours ago.
And also, you got to think of one more thing about that. You got to think of how hard it is to have a league that's a combat sport. I bet there's crazy stuff with just like laws.
What are you
and weird
justifying?
tax things.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Like, really,
Dana
like,
White spends loses millions of
Yeah.
dollars gambling in a week. He can afford to pay the people a little bit more.
No, I agree. But like, you got
That guy's a piece-
someone's
that
got to
guy's a
create
piece of shit.
a competing league. No one pays fighters more, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, who pays fighters more?
If you win,
Like you can't complain about the guy who's paying him the most because he's not paying him more. You know,
but yeah, you can. They should. You should pay them more. For
but
the amount of money that they pull in.
No, I understand. They got more money that they could use to pay the fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's cool seeing them build like venues like the Apex and the Fight Island thing to keep the thing going.
Yeah, see,
during-
like they're doing stuff like that. Like they got a lot of stuff to do. They got money to spend. They're definitely doing their thing.
But taking the Reebok and the other thing, the Venom sponsorships,
Yep.
and making them
that
all
was
the-
good for the UFC, bad for the fighter. And I agree that's detrimental. But like that's why there should be another league putting the pressure on Dana. He's like a monopoly right now, basically. But really he's not because there's Bellator and other things. And there's like one fighting championship.
Yeah, I don't like the guy.
yeah. I'm a Dana White fan. I like the guy.
What's to like?
I think he's cool. I don't
He's
know.
like a guy. If there was a guy who owned the Coliseum in the Roman era, he's like
just
that
a
guy.
fake person. He's just.
But he's created the best. I love
he didn't
the
create
UFC.
anything. He didn't create the UFC.
I mean, he made it what it is today, I think.
Wasn't like
When he bought it, it was like illegal in most states, and it was a bad investment. A lot of people thought, and like he really made it what it is. Yeah,
he did do that.
I'm gonna do some Dana White research tonight and come back tomorrow. for
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week
We'll get more
and talk
educated.
about how he
full Dana
he
White
probably
debate
came-
next
He
week.
probably came
tomorrow.
from nothing.
Yeah, yeah. He got beat up by the Boston mob. I remember that story.
It's like my boss the other day was telling me how Ronald Reagan got into office and that's why they released all the prisoners. And you're like, Jimmy Carter had been fighting for that for like 2 years.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan. He was a movie star, right? That's crazy.
That's my favorite movie of all time. Back to the Future. Who's the president in 1985? Ronald Reagan. The actor?
This computer is about to die.
Is it really?
Yep.
Well, this pod should probably wrap up.
Yeah, we should save
There's a
some.
black
Save
screen
some for the
over there.
fishes tomorrow.
Yeah, seriously.
Man, I keep
You ready for the music?
Yeah. Well, before we play the music, I just keep saying I've been having too much fun, and I've been wanting these to go longer.
I know he's trying to really sneak in some extra time.
So we've been doing 1.5, but we're kind of stretching it to 2. We're kind of getting closer to 2 now, 2 hours.
Yeah, but I wasn't saying much in the beginning.
But Mike gets burned out doing because he has a job over there.
And we will be back at it tomorrow.
I wasn't doing too good tonight.
I think you did great, buddy.
I think you did really good, Mike. I was laughing. I thought
I
you
just
had some
get
really good
anxious.
stories. The stories were great tonight. Yeah,
This
both of
computer
you.
kept telling me about low battery things.
I like how the stories flow in here at the end for the people who really stick it out for us.
Yeah, we get cooking.
Oh yeah, I told some stories, and I'll
It'll
tell
take
you,
some time for us to get warmed up out there, folks. So
I think I got more tomorrow.
Nice.
I think I opened up a little bit of a vein. I nicked a vein.
like
And-
a dick vein.
It might be a special broadcast tomorrow. I'm not going to give away any secrets, but it might be looking a little bit different. All right, guys?
It might be.
And
Or it might look exactly
Well,
the
next
same.
week. We should say next week, right? We should
We
say
might
next week.
chop the roof off this bitch for tomorrow or next week.
These are load bearing walls, dude. We can't do that.
Well, here you go.
Thank you for tuning in. It was a good one, and I hope you don't think of me differently that I touched butts with a couple of my friends. Well, one of my friends. And then we didn't really talk to each other much after that. Have a great night. We'll see you next week. Peace out, motherfuckers.
It's Daddy's Baby Show.